man, it's Friday and we're all here. We got a long weekend coming up. Who's excited?
I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see you guys, honestly. We got a good show today.
I just can't hide it.
Yeah,
Jay Farrell's coming in.
Woo!
You got the certificate ready?
I got it ready.
Ready to go? Everything spelled right?
I think so.
Okay. We do it in color?
What does J start with again? What's that?
We do it in color?
I still only have access to the sweet printer here.
We got the black and white one?
Black and white.
I think we had like a full color, nice paper one once ever. But it's way funnier if it's like faded and the printer's going
the
out.
least we could do is color, nice photo paper.
What do you guys have access to that one down there?
I don't know how anything works here.
You got to get that like cardstock stuff.
Yeah, we have that printer down there.
Well,
it's
even
nice.
even that nice printer, the sales prep printer, it's not printing in color anymore.
Oh, no.
Which is a bummer because I love that like
Cutbacks.
silk paper. That you hate that paper, but I
do.
love it.
Yeah, but I mean, to give to a guest, it's
It's got like a semi-gloss.
the least we could do.
I think so. Yeah. Hey, I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
So I had my phone in the car, and I need to know. I have to get this answered. So I did not pick up my phone to do anything, but I did tap it.
You're out.
What?
You're out.
Wait, see, okay, so what's the law? So the whole thing is we're trying to follow the new Missouri texting and driving law.
Yeah.
Moon lasted less than 24 hours.
That's right. I'm
still
it's
going
on the
strong.
honor system. I was being honest. I was
being honest.
I was 10 feet out of my driveway, and I realized, oh no, I'm out.
Dude, I've been super strong, and yesterday, for no reason, nothing was even playing, and I was just driving, all of a sudden I realized the phone was in my hand,
Out.
Out.
and I was listening to the freaking radio.
You're
We're
out.
dropping like flies.
Give me your $10.
That's the most King Scott thing ever. I was listening to the radio, but I was still on my phone.
You're out. Scott's out.
Put,
Dang,
put your
dude.
money in.
Did you
we go,
do?
buddy.
You did stuff on your phone.
No, it was in my hand, and I was just...
The screen wasn't even on.
That's what I'm
Was
talking
the
about.
screen on?
The screen wasn't on. You're still
I
in.
think you're still good.
The time's there.
But no. We said
Time
you
is
can't
there.
touch your phone.
Hands free. That's
We
what I'm
said
saying.
you can't
You
touch
need to
your
put
phone.
it
Your
down
phone is a
and be done.
distraction.
It doesn't say finger free though. Like, and so that's where I you know.
So I definitely
What'd you
looked at
tap
it, and it was
for?
in my hand.
All
I
right, if you
tapped
looked
because
at
there
it,
was a
you're out.
notification, and
Scott
I
looked
was
at
like,
it.
I saw the time.
Yeah,
You did something
notification.
on your phone.
That's a
You
distraction.
swiped away a notification. You're out.
I know I'm out. $10. Is he out?
Yeah,
Scott's
I
out.
looked at my phone. I mean, I saw the time. I had it in my hand.
Well,
I'm holding strong, honestly,
Nice.
I want
and
to be
it's
honest.
getting easier.
It is?
Yeah.
I was close yesterday.
He was looking at it.
30.
No,
like
but
a
I
passenger,
caught.
like a lonely passenger.
I reached. And then I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
It is so subconscious
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
you
man.
don't even realize you're doing
Yeah.
it.
That's
that's-
what I was driving and had
That's
it in
why
my
I-
hand and looked at it. And then I realized,
You looked at it. You're out.
Yeah, that's why I fell out in the first day.
Man.
I was changing a podcast.
If your phone in any way distracts you from the road, you're out.
The only thing saving me,
Okay.
the hell just happened? The only thing saving me is the devil just got at me. Is that I finally have a car that I can change the song on my steering wheel.
Yeah.
Or I'd be out.
Yeah, me too.
I honestly thought I would be up. I thought I'd
too.
be first. I thought I was going to be Moon. I thought I was going to be the Kramer of the group.
No, thanks to that CarPlay. The
That's
Apple
saving.
CarPlay.
Yeah.
And my phone auto connects and Spotify comes on. So even if I forget and I take off,
Yeah.
it starts playing my liked song playlist. I've got it set up to where it comes on. And I'm like, cool, I can
good to
ride
go.
this out.
We started a poll yesterday on Instagram for the contest, and so 33% Rafe thought you were going to be next. So it was Moon first, and then they thought it was going to be Rafe, me, Rizz, and then King Scott.
Well,
If
sorry to let
you
you
want
guys
to
down.
hold me honest, so Allstate has a Drive Safe app,
Yeah.
and it tells you when you pick up your phone. If you pick up your phone while you're driving, it'll register it. So if anybody wants to audit me, I welcome.
well, it's,
I welcome you.
I wouldn't go on that anyway because often if the kids are in the car, somebody's in the passenger, I will say, "Hey, will you text so and so this, or will you go on Spotify and you do your playlist?" So that's going to pick it up.
I'm talking about me personally.
I know. I'm just saying
If
that.
anyone wants to audit me personally,
Right. Well, we might.
feel free.
We might.
Feel free.
But I'm
Feel free.
saying
I'm honest.
if someone picked it up
going.
in your car, the passenger, it would count against
Oh,
you.
nobody's touching my phone.
All right.
Well,
Hey, so what was the order in the contest on the show?
On Seinfeld,
Kramer was out
Seinfeld,
first. 'Cause remember,
yeah.
he came in and he goes, "I'm out."
Kramer was out.
But then who was next?
was it Elaine? I feel like it was Elaine because it was surprising.
So you're Elaine. Scott, who's after Elaine?
Let's find out.
I think it says part 4. George is out. Who won on that episode? I don't remember.
And was like Newman a part of it?
No.
It was just
They
the
hate Newman.
Newman.
They hate Newman. I think Jerry won. I think. Damn. So long ago. It's such a classic episode. I don't know. Look it up. Lern yesterday went to the Foundry for the first time.
I did. I had some time, dude. It's so cool.
It's the food hall,
Yes.
which is about a year and change old, maybe 2 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 2 years, going on 2 years probably.
We've been a couple times. Love it.
I went to May's
Love it.
place specifically. So I didn't go for food. My friend Katie May has her vintage shop there. It used to be in the Grove, and she moved it to the Foundry, and so I hadn't been in to see it yet.
Oh, that's the
Excellent.
one across the street, across the courtyard.
I don't know. Like whatever that row is, like I took a
Yeah,
photo. But then I went into this, there was this really
You went
cool
to the
shop.
Foundry and didn't eat?
No, because I ate lunch in Soulard with my husband.
Did you
before.
walk around?
I did. Yeah. I definitely walked around. It was like in this area.
Oh, yeah.
Is that's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But there's some really cool stores popping up. I think there's a new store called Found, which is getting ready to open like this weekend. Great spot. I mean, it was a perfect day to be outside.
It is quite hipster down there.
Oh, everybody looks cool. And I looked cool.
It is very hipster down there.
I got compliments
It's not
on my
really my
outfit.
scene.
Oh, one woman, I walked into this crystal shop because of course I did. And she goes, "Your outfit is so cute." She goes, "I think we're going to change our policy to just wearing all sage green outfits." Because I had on like a tank and these pants that were the same color yesterday. And I got so many compliments from people. And that never happens with my outfits. So I was very happy.
No, you're understood down there. Oh, I'm with my people.
I'm
They
with my
understand me.
people.
I think you're George in this scenario.
Damn it.
He was distracted while visiting his mother in the hospital by an attractive nurse giving
that's
another
right.
woman a sponge bath. And then you're Elaine, I guess, there, Scott.
That's right.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. It seems like at the end they said you couldn't tell whether George or Jerry won.
George or Jerry?
So it says at the end of the Wikipedia. There's a Wikipedia of the contest.
Oh, weird.
It says he was distracted. She met John F. Kennedy Jr. That's how she got
Yes,
out.
that's out. Yeah, at the New York City
At the
Racket
gym?
Club.
Oh, yeah.
Who was complimenting your outfits? I was reading that Wikipedia
All
page.
the people of the Foundry.
Down at the Foundry.
Nice.
Like random people were coming up and going, "Hey, you look really nice today." I'm like, "This is awesome."
Wait, were
Like,
they
come back.
salespeople?
Is this your green?
I like
yeah,
this
my
place.
green.
You look cool.
Had the sage
Good
green.
job.
I
on
said
it.
it's very hipster. She found her people down there.
I went to Soulard. Tim and I had coffee at Goshen Coffee. Hung out with him in the courtyard. Went to the Foundry. Okay, perfect day to be outside. Then went to where Olio is, where that and Indo. That I don't know what that little part of St. Louis is called. But man, everything in St. Louis right now is cool. We
Yeah.
have so many little boroughs and pockets. And so if you're one of these people that are like, "I'm not going to the city," you are missing out on some really fantastic spots.
Yeah, there's some cool areas.
I drove the girls through a couple different areas in past City Park. One of the kiddos hadn't been there. My wife hadn't seen it yet. And we were down at the Jonas Brothers. And we honestly intentionally kind of went through a couple neighborhoods. And even the kids were like, "Whoa, man, this is sweet. What is that?
Right.
When did this get here?"
Or the new Four Hands Brewery opened up yesterday out in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
I want to know how that went.
Where's it at?
Me hitting that up
The
for sure.
district, it's where the
Oh,
Top
nice.
Golf is.
And the factory.
Yeah, where the old outlet mall. You remember they opened the two outlet malls like within a mile of each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody said only one will survive.
Yeah.
And one did survive, and the other one was basically torn down. And now they're opening up this, they're calling it the district.
They could-
It's with the main event. The Top Golf is there. My gym,
yeah.
House of Pain's right there. The factory's right there. Now Four Hands opened up a thing
Right.
over there.
And where's that at? Is that something that was existing or did they build?
I think they built. They
really?
built into or like inside of like the district.
It was where the food court was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Where it used to be like the Taubman food court?
Yeah, I think once you
Oh,
go inside,
cool.
I believe I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't There's a big sign now that says Four Hands Brewery.
I always liked
Cool
that
as hell.
area, and when it started to go down, I was kind of
Well, it's
kind of
right
bummed.
by my house, which is amazing.
I'm glad that it's on the bump.
Isn't that
Super
the best?
excited.
When a band is at the factory, so I don't have to drive anywhere far from my house. Like, I'm loving it. There's been so many metal bands coming through the factory. I'm like, yes, keep it going.
Oh, as I said, George won. In a later episode, when George got the hand model job, he assured his boss he would not mangle his hand because, quote, he won a contest.
Oh, that's right. And then somebody in the chat says
Thank you, Jeff.
he confessed in the last episode that he cheated.
When the plane was going down.
So yeah, it says Elaine was out second, and George won. But in the last episode, George
confessed.
that he cheated and therefore was probably out second at the hospital thing.
And by the way, back to the Foundry real quick, the food hall. Next time, you got to eat down there. There's so many great food stalls.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the Putt Shack, well, there's a city winery at one side, and that's where Tina did stand-up a couple weeks ago. On the other side is the Putt Shack, which is almost like, it's like a Top Golf style thing, mini golf.
Okay.
High tech, they
Yeah.
keep track of your ball. Okay. But they have a cocktail there.
What?
It's called the Spiced Pineapple Mezcal Margarita.
Go on. Delicious?
Do tell.
I would go there and have gone there just for that.
Wish I would have known about this yesterday. I could have had a cocktail.
Did you go to Oleo? You mentioned it, but did you go there?
I thought it was
I
closed.
I was at a salon that was across the street. Got my hair.
Botanical Heights, Shaw?
Is that? Yeah, I guess it is Botanical Heights.
Kind of right there on the
cusp.
Forest Park Southeast Botanical Heights.
I thought that
Shaw.
closed.
They're moving it to Del Mar Loop, but that's going to take like a couple weeks. So these are like the last weeks to go to Oleo in its original place.
Listen, if you're staying in town this weekend, maybe head up to a couple hot spots in the area. All right, so it is September 1st, by the way. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Happy September.
September 1st, and here we are. Here's what we have to look forward to this month. In sports, NFL season kicks off next Thursday. Chiefs hosting the Lions. A lot of college football, too. Tennis fans have the U.S. Open through September 10th. In theaters,
I'm this close, dude. If a good college football game just happens to be on my screen, I'll never find it on my own. But if it just happens to be on, I think I'm gonna roll. That stupid Swamp Kings thing. I want to love college football, and I know my mother-in-law is freaking out right now hearing this.
well, Mizzou was in the SEC. I mean, that's in the same division.
I know, and remember we watched them beat the Gators. What was it, last year or 2 years?
2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, and that was
Get into it.
That was fun. Don't get into it.
Can't, man.
I don't have the time.
Everybody's like, oh, college is better. And I get the sentiment, but I'm also like,
Oh,
games
college
are
is better?
blowouts,
No,
dude.
it's not.
I know the games. I'm like, college is better than the professional football league.
I don't think they're saying better like skills. I think
There
they're
are a
saying,
lot of people that say it's like better to watch.
Yeah, I think they're saying better.
No, it's not.
entertainment.
Maybe if you went to that school.
I don't know what I'm talking
But
about. So don't
And you
listen
have
to me.
some kind of rooting interest in it.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Yeah.
most of the games throughout the season, unless they're big matchups, they're like 60 to 12 blowouts.
Oh,
They're
really?
not.
See, I don't know
that's not
anything
fun
about
to
that.
watch. It's like boring. It's like, oh, just watching somebody beat
I don't
them.
know how it works, and there's rankings, and there's...
Yeah, I like the playoff system. That got me a little more interested.
Right.
Yeah, and the SEC seems like a pretty good one to watch.
Yeah, but it almost seems like
Barring
the
a few.
SEC is the only one to watch at this point. Like the Big Ten is nothing anymore. Like all these powerhouse conferences, everybody left, and the teams left over are like, they're fine. They're not going to.
Nah, don't tell me
Ohio State's
even
like,
know how that
because
works.
it's not.
And I hate Ohio State.
wow.
What did they do to you?
Just a couple personal experiences with people that went there, and I went, "Oh, I think I hate
Oh,
this
that's
whole place."
the Ohio State.
The entire
The
state,
state of Ohio.
What
Are
do you
they
think
still
it's
in?
like?
I had a great
They're
time
not in
in
the
college.
SEC, right? Or did they move?
Oh, I love it. I love it there. I actually
I
love
don't
the
know.
campus.
Someone's going to tell me.
Played across the street
Someone
from the
can't
campus
wait to
many
tell me in the
times.
chat. I promise.
All right, in theaters this month, The Equalizer 3 is out today. That's the Denzel Washington movie, I believe.
Oh, wow, lots of hype on that one.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 comes out September 8th.
Great.
A lot of threes.
Never saw the sequel.
The Expendables 4 hits theaters September 22nd.
Wow, dude.
The horror movie
Any
Saw.
ones?
They're breaking out of a nursing home in this one.
Saw 15?
Saw 10.
Jeez.
Wow.
Are they calling it Saw 10 or Saw X?
Oh, I
Probably
hope
X.
it's X.
And Elon Musk is
Yeah,
just the.
saw Twitter. Let's see here.
Elon is on the
Elon
next
Musk
tricycle.
saw X, and he's out of the contest.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's going to be out September 29th. And the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. What is this movie? The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
It's
hits
a story
Netflix
about
September
Henry
27th.
Sugar.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Wes Anderson.
Roald Dahl adaptation. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
It's a Wes Anderson movie on Netflix?
Guess so.
That's
Wow.
based on a Roald Dahl book?
Yeah. Huh. Never heard of it. But that's out September 27th. The first day of fall will be September 23rd. If you want to get specific, the autumn equinox occurs 2:50 a.m.
When do we
that
get,
day.
I asked Tim yesterday. I said, hey, when are you comfortable with me bringing out my Halloween decor? And he said October 1st. And I feel that's a little late.
You're going to be behind as far as the rest of the planet.
That's what I thought. When is it okay for me to bust out all
For
my
the Rizz house,
rules?
it's about a week before, and you go, oh, crap, Halloween's coming up.
You know what I say? You know what I say?
I hear you.
Anytime you want.
You want to come?
Holy
over to my house?
cow.
I don't
Halloween's
do anything,
coming up.
But
Can we
I'll,
swap?
I'll enjoy
Tim
the
will go live
decorations.
with Mal, and
We
we
have
have
a
go to my
little-
Halloween horror house.
have a
Mallory
little
said
bin.
today that she's decorating.
Really?
I don't think for Halloween. I think she's doing fall decorations. She loves doing the seasonal ones and then the holiday ones on top of the seasonal ones. So she's like, I'm hanging these new. We got like she painted everything green, and we got like these velvet curtains. So we went
After
we went
Labor
that
Day,
way.
it's fun.
All right, good.
After Labor Day.
All right.
No white.
After Labor Day.
No, what? Everything goes black.
Everything goes black after Labor Day.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, the
like
Cousin
that.
brothers look like pumpkin spice lattes today. You both have this
Actually,
amazing
I look like honey
fall
mustard.
Yeah, man,
color
it's
on,
fall.
little pumpkins,
dude.
and I'm into it.
I'm wearing my mustard again. I like mustard.
We're stylish.
All right, you got a ton of TV shows coming back this month, including Name That Tune, I Could See Your Voice, The Masked Singer on Fox, The Voice on NBC, Survivor and The Amazing Race on CBS. There's also the premiere of American Horror Story, Delicate Part 1 on FX. That's the one with Kim Kardashian. New season of Sex Education and Love is Blind back on Netflix. And the latest Walking Dead spinoff, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, hits AMC on September 10th. And finally, holidays, Monday, Labor Day. Then there's Beer Lovers Day on the 7th, Stand Up to Cancer Day the 8th. And we are not celebrating this one. Talk Like a Pirate Day on the 19th.
Oh.
You guys don't celebrate that?
No,
Okay.
not on this show.
Thank God you told me ahead of time.
Why?
Man,
Oh, you know why.
No, I don't.
Can I come in with a hook and just
And an eye patch.
dressed like a pirate?
And the 29th is National Coffee Day. There you go. There are the stats and
It's
what you need to know about September.
This is a big month. Oh, by the way, well, my oldest daughter turns 25 this month, but even more intense. And this is a warning. This is a warning for all the St. Louis area, all the Missouri area, really, and Illinois. There's another driver out on the roads, guys.
All right, you passed your test?
Oh boy.
wow.
He passed her test, and
Third time's a charm.
third time's a charm. And this is the most studious of the bunch. And she still failed it a couple times, but then she knocked it out of the park this last time. And tell you what, man, I forgot. It's been a minute since I've been on the road with a brand new driver, and we got the permit sticker and all that kind of stuff. And whoo boy, I'm just go slower out there, please. Everybody, look
Do you
out.
have to have a thing on the car that says permit driver?
Phones down. Do you have to? You should. I
I
want.
mean, when I was learning to drive, I never did. I don't know if that's a law here. I see it all the time.
Yeah, I see it all the time. In Illinois, we didn't have to do that.
I give a little grace. I give some grace.
Yeah.
I asked him for a couple more. I was like, could I have one for every angle of the car? I'm gonna
It's
put
in
it.
reverse on the windshield.
Yeah,
so you
I
can see
just
it.
wanna
You
put
want
it everywhere.
a
She looked at me like I was joking.
door magnet.
Yeah. I
Well,
was-
congratulations
Yeah,
to your
that
girls. That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
On the
Look
driver on
out,
the road.
y'all.
Just what we need.
Look out.
Just what we need. So so the written test. So the written test, and then you're able to start learning how to drive on the road.
Yeah, it's only a written test for your permit.
Man, when we were growing up, if you failed your written test, shame.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, I think most people did back
shame.
in the day. Most people
Shame.
did.
There was shame.
Well,
Yeah, and you know why? It's because everybody thinks like, oh, I don't need to study. It's only like 30 questions or whatever the heck it is. I don't think anybody goes in and study it. My daughter studied, and she was just super nervous about it, I think.
It's hard to visualize because when you've only driven a few times and then you take that written test, because a lot of that written test is visualizing the road and like what you remember about the law. And I mean, I failed it once.
Ah, shame.
I know.
Ah, what a
You
loser.
talking about permit or license? 'Cause
License.
license is a bigger
whatever
deal.
driver's ed, like when you're in driver's ed and that test that you take.
Yeah.
Because Illinois, you have driver's
The
ed
only
in
thing
high school.
I got wrong on there was the difference between a pedestrian and a green light.
Oh no.
Got that one wrong, but otherwise good.
It's gonna be wild out there, guys. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, well, good luck to everybody.
Thanks. You know what I keep forgetting though? You're supposed to take it down. Like I think it's in my car right now. I need to take that sign down. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Driving?
Well, I don't think you're supposed to. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to have it up if the permit driver is not driving.
What does it matter?
Well, just
I don't know.
A little suspicious at driving into work at 3:45 in the morning in a yellow Jeep that says permit driver on it.
Yeah,
Like, okay. This is someone's
Something's
dad
going on
who's
here.
closed down the bar.
Right? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Hey, it's cool if I'm swerving. I'm just a permit driver. Just trying to get me home safe.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Hey, rules of the road, you
I
know.
should probably take it down.
Just a couple Friday leftover things. These are things I meant to get to during the week that I just didn't have time for whatever reason. Has anybody ever, when they were underage, tried to get into a club and been denied?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Wait,
Maybe
you
you're
said
with-
when you were underage?
Yeah. Maybe you're with a group of friends and everybody's got their fake IDs, or maybe they're not checking certain people and they all get in and you don't.
It was Pops. Because even though Pops was all ages for shows, there were certain parts of Pops you couldn't go in if you weren't 21, right? Like I believe the balcony, or there was like an area. And I had older friends and they'd be like, all right, come on, we'll get you in, we'll smoke
Yeah,
you
yeah,
in.
we'll get you in, we'll get you in.
We'll get you in. And so I'm like, okay, acting all like I'm older, and I'm itty bitty. And I give it, he's like, absolutely not. Like, get the hell out of here.
Right. There were a couple times. My birthday's in August, so for my grade, I was young. Everybody was older than me.
Oh.
Everybody turned 18.
Yeah.
Everybody turned 18 before me, and I was. There were certain places I could not get into.
Yeah.
Oh.
Precious.
No, stop it.
Okay.
I was the youngest in my class, too. Me and one other kid. And same thing. Last one to get my license, which sucked last because, you drive in driver's ed according to your birthday in Illinois. So I was chomping at the bit. I had to wait for a whole driver's ed class, and then I was the last one to get all my hours in to log my permit.
But there were a couple, clubs kind of go to hang out. And, hey, man, I'll get you in, no problem. Then, or they don't check.
Right.
Or, a couple of people had fake IDs, and they would get in. And I'd be trying to sneak in or just go with the group. Maybe they're not going to check everybody. And a couple times I had to wait outside.
Did you have a fake ID?
We used to do something called chalk your ID.
What is that? Chalk?
Chalk. So, being that I was born in 1978, you could take it was a wax pencil
73.
and change the 8 to a 3. It fooled nobody.
Yeah. Nice try.
There's no way I'm
Yeah.
shaving
Sir.
5 years
Sir,
off.
look at my license from over here.
Yeah.
See it? You see it? It's over
Yeah.
here. You can't get any closer than that. Come on, man. Who are you trying to fool?
That's great.
Look at me. You're in your mid-20s, huh?
Yeah.
No way.
Hello.
It's funny you say that because the only time I've ever been denied any place was I was about 25 or 26 years old, and it was the Irish Bar in Tempe, Arizona. You guys, screw you. Give me my license back. I wasn't even drinking. I was going in with a friend. It was after a show of some sort. A friend was visiting from St. Louis. He was out there. He's like, let's go to this Irish bar. I've heard good things. And this is like a college town, right? This is Tempe, Arizona. It's where ASU is and all that kind of stuff. We were walking in. I was the most sober guy on the whole street because this is Partyville. I think that's one of the top party schools. So I understand that they're probably, checking pretty hard. This guy's like, nope. And he put it in his pocket. And I said, what do you mean, nope? And he's like, yeah, this isn't you. And I was like, is it me? And I'm sure I probably got some sass on me at this point. I was like, hey, give my license back then. And he's like, no, man, it's a fake ID. I was like, fake ID? I was like, just because it says Missouri and looks different than what you're used to. And this dude still has my license. Screw you, buddy.
Wow.
I was so bummed. I'd never been denied at a club. I was like, I just played. I'm like, what do you want from me?
Right.
Well, the chalking your ID thing was so prevalent that they started. The doorman would take a flashlight and just put it underneath the license to see if it was altered.
See the pencil?
And you could see what it really was. Now they're scanning IDs and Now you can't get away with that
I
stuff.
know.
Oh, wait a second. I forget. I was denied entry another time. And that was the one and only time I dared myself, or I got dared, to play a show drunk. I had never done that before. Chico, California. I was like, it's a smaller market. Like
Right.
I'm not sure it's sold out, so I'll give this experiment a go. First of all, horrible idea.
Oh, God.
Horrible idea for me. I'm singing. It's like I was singing so much that I was getting lightheaded and I was getting dizzy. I was like, whoa, and I'm sure I played like a pro. And it was just sort of a disastrous show. And I was like, you know what? I had the worst show ever. Let's just go get hammered. It's just like typical rock star stupid, right? And we went out, and me and one or two of our crew.
Me?
Yeah. Wait, were you the guard, or were you a participant?
I was the only one not drinking.
Okay, so it was him.
What happened?
So me and a couple of guys, we got stupid, and then we're like, it's almost bus call. Let's go. Oh my God, there's a lot of dance music in there. Let's go in there. And this guy would not let us in. I was like,
But you were over 21, though.
Oh, dude, I was
Yeah.
I was like 28.
I'm talking, yeah.
And I was like, our bus is right there, man. We're only going to party for like 15 minutes. This guy would not let us in. Weeks later, found out it was because Scott went up to the bouncer and said, hey, these guys are hammered. Don't let them in.
Yeah, it's like, 'cause we had a bus
Look out for you.
Their show ended, and we had to be on the bus maybe 40 minutes later, and they were trying desperately to go into a stupid club, and I'm like,
You're
guys,
smart,
we gotta go, we gotta go, we
Scott
gotta go.
denied us. What a jerk.
I want
What
to
a
talk
jerk.
specifically about being underage trying to get into a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never tried that.
And there were a couple times where my buddies got in. I didn't, and I'm expecting, all right, all for one, one for all. Everybody
Oh,
going to go somewhere
Bye.
where Scott can go too.
That's an unwritten rule.
See ya.
Left you.
See ya.
Yep.
No.
Down at the landing,
Good
too,
friends.
those bars. Like, if you weren't 21, you couldn't get into some of those clubs.
Oh, yeah.
And,
What was it? Club Buka?
Club Buka and Morgan Street Brewery,
Oh, right, right.
like to a certain degree. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the club in Shelbina when I was in high school there was pretty easy to get into. It's just some trucks parked by the train track. You go
Oh
open
my
the cooler,
God.
and there's the stuff.
No, there were a couple 18 and older clubs. 21 to drink, 18
they
to
were
party.
never as
Well,
fun.
Carbondale, I grew up down by Carbondale, and the bar age was 19 for a
What?
long time there.
Wow.
City ordinance.
Oh, not to
'cause it
drink,
was a
but to
college.
get in.
Yeah, no, it was
Oh, I see.
18,
I see what you're
18 to
saying.
get in, and the ads around us were 18 to get in,
Yeah.
21
But
to party.
that's called a teen club, isn't
So
it?
you had a shot.
No, you could drink if you had to get a bracelet or whatever.
You could drink under
18 to get in, 21 to party.
right,
is
right,
how
right.
they put it.
Right. Oh yeah, we had that too because I remember the advertisements. What was Tequila Wild was like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or what was it called?
I think it was Tequila Wild.
Or, yeah, something wild. It was right down by Mississippi Nights. Those were always like the 18 to get in,
21 to party.
21 to party.
Wild Country was like that. There were
Yeah.
bars that were separated where you could go to Wild Country to line dance, and the under 18 people would just watch everyone doing Jaeger bombs on the other side of a banister that was the 21 and up
There
side.
used to be a place.
Yes.
Everyone was just handing shots over the banister
Yep.
to all of these like 19-year-old girls, and the bouncers just kind of looked the other way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, there was a place in New Jersey. Now it's the Starland Ballroom where you've played. It used
Oh,
to
yeah.
be called Hunka Bunka.
what?
Hunka
Dude,
bunka.
it's
It
so
used to be
cool.
called Hunka Bunka. And that was, they used to run commercials. 18 to get in, 21 to party.
Nice.
Hunka Bunka in Sayreville, New Jersey.
We're in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere. This is like a neighborhood.
But that was a place where if you lived in that area, people would go. But there was no worse feeling than knowing your buddies are inside and you cannot get in.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Or you
dude.
were busted. True story. Sorry. I had a buddy who worked at a nightclub in New York City. He was the door guy. Somehow somebody got a hold of my old driver's license and tried to use it to get in.
What? And he's like, I know this man.
He goes, that's not you.
Wow.
I'm assuming it was my brother. I think I gave my brother my license.
Yeah.
Or he took it from me so he could pass. He's 3 years younger than me, so
Sure. Great use
he
of a
used
bro.
my ID and then must have passed it off to somebody. That poor son of a bitch happened to pick the nightclub in New York City,
Right. Out of millions
where
of
the
people.
real guy whose license this is, that he knew him.
Yep. That's the odds of that are crazy.
Well, I bring up the story. There was a story out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, where a teen was taken into custody last week after he bit a nightclub employee's testicles after being denied entry.
Oh, doorman.
How tall was this person?
Gino Hearn, 19 years old from Detroit, was at this nightclub, punched an employee in the face after he was denied entrance. And he apparently, during the scuffle with the door guy, bit the guy's testicles. I don't know how it gets to that point.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, is he bent over being handcuffed?
I mean, this is the nightclub door guy.
Right. Like, what kind of pants has he got?
I was just
I don't
gonna say,
know.
what kind of joggers are you wearing?
Right.
Like, I mean, that's got to be some
You got
The
real.
silk
employee
joggers?
reportedly told police the suspect grabbed his testicles and bit them.
Well,
I'm assuming he was wearing sweats.
I tell you what, how does someone grab him
Grab him.
for more than half a second? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I mean,
I'm trying. Grab him.
Maybe the guy grabbed him and he's like, all right, let's see where this is.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, what's next,
wow.
buddy?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I know it's coming, if that happens,
wild, dude.
there's like a involuntary like, whoa.
You got to
You know what I mean? Like-
slap.
I always feel like in movies in the 80s, there was a lot of people grabbing guys' nuts and like getting all up in their face. And I've never seen that in real life. Nobody's ever gone that far.
oh.
You know, like,
Yeah, we turn into like bulls or broncs. Like if there's something that like touches them, everybody's
know.
natural reaction is, oh no, whoa.
But I've never like when I've been angry with men randomly in public, I don't go there. Like it doesn't go over there.
Because that is last resort.
Yeah. Unless it was junior high in
Really?
Southern Illinois, in which case I probably had my testicles flicked by other men more.
Well, just, a little bink,
Which hurts worse.
which hurts worse.
I was just like,
that's
so it's a
a-
wonder we don't all have like some
Yeah.
like medical problems just from junior high. Like,
I
hey,
don't know
come here,
if
I want to tell you a secret. Then you lean in and they just, tap, you, and then you're on
That
the ground.
was it. I don't know if do the kids do that anymore? I don't know.
That's the
I don't
instant
know.
stomach ache.
Instant.
Yeah, but that's
Worst prank.
That's a amongst friends thing.
It is,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
doesn't
only
seem a very
friends
like a
do.
very
No, it's not
friendly
very
gesture.
friendly.
Tim and his boyfriend still do that. Like all of his college buddies, like they all just are slapping each other's nuts. It's
Oh
crazy.
no,
But
None of
during
that.
a fight, there is a code, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just kind of stay away from that area
You-
unless
you
it's a
see
life
a
or death
guy-
situation.
You want to play dirty and be labeled a cheater the rest of it?
I did see him like the one fight that still is burned into my skull was in high school. Oh, I was the summer after senior year. Big fight with these two guys in Columbia, Illinois, and I watched them duke it out. And then one of the guys, like I don't know if I can say this on the air. I'm drinking
Can
tea.
you?
I'm
Oh, okay.
Essentially, yes.
You took the tea bag out of that.
Did
And-
that for real? Pulled the old halo for real?
Yeah, like put that right on this guy's either in his mouth or around his face. And I watched that happen and I was never the same. That was like the one thing where I go,
Was he dead?
no, he was just completely like
passed out.
he was surrendering. He was still conscious.
Still
He was-
conscious?
He was just completely beside himself. Yeah.
What?
The thought.
You're being too vague.
I don't know.
What do you mean he was beside himself?
This guy
Did he
had
lose a
lost-
bet?
He lost the fight, and yeah, the stipulations before the fight were: if I win this fight, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna do this.
That was the
And
agreed upon
I'm going to do
punishment.
this with these
way.
nuts.
with these nuts, and boy did he ever! It was insane.
Do you yield? Yes, sir, I yield.
Bend the knee.
Wow, that's
Wait,
fascinating.
what are you
would you
doing?
agree
It was
to that?
like
Strange-
Game of Balls. It
Strange
was
group that you ran with.
Yeah. It's
yes. Most of these men are in prison now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
still playing
What?
that game.
That's a heck
Yeah,
of a
they're
follow
playing that
up.
game. So,
That
whether
is
they
still
like it or
going
not.
on.
So if you lose, I get to tongue kiss you, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll embarrass you.
And to
Listen, we're gonna fight, and if you lose, we're getting married next week.
that guy's credit.
What?
The guy who got the snot beat out of him, to his credit, I don't remember his name or who he was, but the guy who did it to him.
It's a game of wieners.
It's the game of wieners. And my girlfriends and I are watching this all go down. Like, we need to have different people in our lives. Like,
Yeah.
like that was an active choice. Like that was a catalyst to the rest of my life. And again, I can see it perfectly in my brain still.
So if
20 years ago.
Hey, if you lose, I get to put my testicles in your face.
Yes.
Got ya.
I mean, no, but for me. But
No, yes, that was the
Crazy game of poker.
whoa.
Man, that's
For anybody just tuning in.
That's so gay.
Well, it was like a power move, you know? This guy, like...
Yeah, it is.
I'm surprised he's not the mayor of Columbia, Illinois now, you know?
These are gamers. These are bro gamers.
Oh,
These were metalheads.
Finish them.
These guys were at the Gar show on Wednesday.
This guy.
Home run.
Metalheads, huh?
Okay.
Metalheads are so nice.
And honestly, the guy who did this, sweet guy, he's a father now. You know,
Say his name.
I don't want to say his
name.
Say his name.
Well, not fighters typically.
Fine. I guess I lost.
Yeah. And you went down with one punch, and it looked like he didn't even hit you. No, he really got me.
I'm knocked out.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of it right now. I probably. Oh,
my mouth's open.
I am not bleeding nor bruised, but I certainly lost.
So embarrassed.
All right, well, that happened at a club in...
Oh, I guess you got to teabag me again. I already did. I must have a concussion. I don't remember it. All right, Lyle, it's starting to feel like you just want me to do this. No, man, I lost a fight. A deal's a deal. Stop following me around, man.
It's a code of man.
I live by honor.
10 years later in Walmart. Hey, man, you still owe me. Remember? I lost that fight. Like, dude, no.
Oh, my God.
We've done this 9 times.
All right, this was a poll taken by a legit, I think it was a YouGov poll. If you were waiting in a long line and somebody cuts in front of you, what do you do?
Daggers coming out of my eyeballs.
What do you do? Do you say something? Do you say nothing but feel annoyed? Say nothing and not mind? Or the cop out? Not sure.
Huh. Give me the full painting.
If you were waiting in a long line and somebody cuts ahead of you, what happens? What are you doing? Are you saying something to the person? Are you saying nothing but feeling annoyed? Say nothing and not mind? Or not sure?
Man, I'm going to tell you, it's really a case by case. I would like to, if I'm having the day that I want to have, and I'm like living in the spirit that I want to be living in, I will go, you know what? That person needs that more than I do. But to say that I would do that every single time is totally false.
I have definitely evolved into a say something to the person. I was a say nothing but feel annoyed and stew for 3 days, and then beat myself up for not saying anything. Now I say something.
So what I'm asking is, because I think the majority of the time I would say something as well, but how would you say it? Would you go, hey, bro, back of the line? Or would you say like, hey,
nope.
I'm not sure if you noticed.
I'll tell you exactly what I would do.
We've all been waiting for some time.
Hey!
That's it?
That's how it starts.
You'd yell, hey, and then look behind you real quick, so when they look, it looks like someone from behind you said it.
I say, hey, and then hopefully everybody else in line has my back.
Your back.
Has my back.
You are asking for it. This guy turns around and says, yeah? You got an issue? You know what happens if you lose a fight in my world?
I'm just glad you've evolved.
I would lay down on the ground with my mouth open.
Cold Stone Creamery.
Rafe, what do you do?
I've chilled. I've probably gone the other way. I've gone from the say something guy to the like, whatever. But I usually will make a comment. As a comedian, I'll throw something up in the air for the whole line to hear. I'll be like, oh, cool, man. Guess Burt Reynolds gets to go in front of all of us, you know? Like, I'll make, like, some kind of snide comment. I'll make fun of him, but I won't, like... I'm not going to make a federal case out of it anymore because I don't care.
I'm saying something now because I'm tired of going home and
being
feeling
upset.
And thinking about it, and then being upset with myself for not saying, this will not stand.
That's what I could hear you saying. Hey, this will not stand. This aggression.
This aggression will not stand.
Back of the line.
What if it's somebody joining another person in line?
Well, that's another.
Are you cool with that?
I think
somebody walks up and like, oh, hey, Marcia. Sorry I'm late, but the other person has been holding us.
I think I'm cooler with that.
Yeah.
I think for some reason that's somewhat okay.
Right.
I have to be okay with that because that's the the greatest move for funerals, all that kind of stuff. Were you?
It's true.
Oh,
done that.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I've been trying to I think about this often. My buddy John, he does sound for Goldfinger and some other people, and he's dealt with some intense personalities with different bands that he's told me about, and he approaches it like this. And I think about this like in these kind of scenarios. He says he has a ledger in his mind, and he figures, you know what, he's probably offended on purpose or not enough people that there's a ledger, and anytime somebody like does something that kind of wrongs him, he just keeps cool because he's like, you know what, it's just evening out the ledger. It'll be fine. And he just like, he thinks about the ledger and he moves on. And he's like, this person who's given me tons of grief, I'm sure at some point is going to level out any grief that I've given others.
Yeah.
Maybe. That seems like a defeatist attitude.
No, I think it's a pretty evolved, like, I think you're taking the high road sort of vibe. And like, I don't know, man, like the way he explained it
We live in a society with
felt
rules.
right. Yes, and we live in a society with rule breakers, people that will let you down. And if you continue to ledger up only the people that let you down or only the moments that let you down,
No
you're going
cuts,
to be a miserable
butts.
human.
No cuts, no butts. Okay? We live by that rule.
Just assume
and
that
we
one
die
tally's
by that
canceling
rule.
another tally. It'll be all right.
Right?
Am I right?
Just don't lose a fight.
Now, if you ask my wife, it's 100% of the time she's saying something.
Yeah.
100% of the time.
I might say something, but I'm not super aggro. I'll say something like, I'll be a smartass about it. You know, and then sometimes that shames people into being like, okay, all right.
Oh, so we may be giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't know there was a line.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the line started here.
Oh.
No. A hole, you can
Back
see.
there.
There's 50 people behind me.
Do you say online?
Yeah, he
I
does.
slip in and out of it.
It's not okay. It's not
It's
okay.
in line, right?
It's in line. I say online.
We
It's
live
a
in
regional thing. It's in line, right?
It's in line.
It's in line. People call me out. Just shut up. It's where I'm from. I'm sorry.
I was just asking, man. Hey,
We're a little triggered.
Guys,
this
don't
morning.
fight.
Something.
you want to throw down the gauntlet?
No, don't fight.
Rafe's laying down.
Hey, you win, dude. I'll lay down right now. Fine, you win. Here, on YouTube.
And according to this, but what do you say something or you?
I'm with Moon. It's kind of like a case by case. I mean, I'll be like, "Excuse me," like depending, like how it's done and how it's respected. Like if they're like they get in line and then they turn around like, "Oh my gosh," and I'll be like, "No, it's cool," you know. But if they just come in and they're
It's not cool.
blinders up,
Yeah, but I don't want to. It depends on if my kids are around too, because I don't want to like teach them like, hey, let these jackasses live rent free in your
Right.
head and be bothered by every idiot's dumb move. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to teach them like,
You know what I want to teach my kids?
what's that? And don't say like to stand up for
Not to
yourself.
be
No.
because that's like
submissive.
false manliness.
No, don't let people walk over you.
Sure,
You were
yeah.
waiting in line.
Sure, yeah, and that's the thing. But at the same time, you also don't want to like let
Don't
them
let this
think that
cheater win.
You don't have to police the world all the time.
Yeah, I'm not policing the world. I'm policing myself. I've been waiting here.
yeah, we're at the post office. You
I've
took
been
a number.
waiting here.
You took a number.
Post office,
But
man,
also-
that's a serious place. You don't cut in line at the post
It makes me
office.
do that deep look inside myself, and I'm like, if I'm in the same place where these kind of morons are at, why am I standing in this line?
That's a
I
good-
should probably go
False
somewhere
manliness.
else or figure out another way to do this thing.
False
This is dumb.
manliness is after they cut you, tapping them in the shoulder and then punching them right in the face.
Now I will punch somebody in the face if I'm like.
Well, there you go.
If I'm in line for like I don't know, let's say I'm at one of the breakfast joints around town where they don't take reservations, okay? And I'm in line and it's a 30-minute wait, and then I see something happen. I mean, I'm irate because you're hungry. You know, like I think those types of situations are the worst when you are hungry and you want to get in, you want to sit down. That's worse.
Well, it's a hangry thing. That is.
It's hanger.
That's a hanger. No, listen. It's not false masculinity to call somebody out.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
for
saying it is.
wronging all these
This
people
man.
waiting in line.
I'm not saying it is. That's why I'm saying it's a case by case.
My favorite episode of The Simpsons, my favorite Homer Simpson line is when Flanders is in the front of a line. And he goes, "What's Flanders doing up there?" And Marge goes, "Where are you going, Homer?" And he goes, "I'm going to do what I do best. Ruin it for everybody."
All right.
I'll tell you a place you don't want to go you're getting upset about a fictional situation right now, which shows me you should never go into a Quick Trip again, because the new design at a Quick Trip, it's
Oh yes, it's
a
chaos.
disaster in there, because they flipped everything to where now the registers face the pumps, and they're like connected to the kitchen behind where they used to be up against the wall. And now
Oh, last time I was
the line is, you don't even know who's in line.
Last
which
time I was
side,
there,
what
there's like 3 registers and people are all over the place.
Admittedly, though, it still goes fast, but
It goes fast,
but
but
confusing.
it is anarchy. You have to. There's a small society that forms of people, like a gaggle of people. Who's in line? Is this a line? Are you in line?
Do we got 3 lines going? Or are we doing
make
one
eye
line?
contact, and you have to decide. Like, we are negotiating. It's being handled. It's a small micro. It's like for a minute you're stuck on an island with these people.
Well, and here's what happens. So there's 3 registers, right?
Yeah.
And people are all over the place.
This side. I can help someone over here.
Are we going to do 3 separate lines?
Yeah.
Or are we going to do 1 line to then feed whatever?
And the answer is
Free-for-all.
both. The answer is half the people think there's 1 line. The other half stands on the other side of. They have another little island full of sandwiches separating that you're peeping over to be
Love
like,
that
you in
island.
line? Are you getting beef jerky or are you in line? And there's a lady standing there holding a cup. I can clearly see him like she's here for lottery. Got to get in front of her.
Yep, but if you blink, you hear the doorbell go ding, and somebody that's coming in from the pump goes straight to the counter and starts paying.
And then a lady lost her mind in there last time I was in there.
Oh no!
It's
So
just
she
like
thought somebody
people-
cut her.
Well, they did. They kept coming up, and she did the thing where she let a couple people go in front of her, and I let a couple people go in front of me. I'm like, go ahead, man. I'm not in a hurry. And then she finally lost it, and she goes, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
what is this?"
Society.
You know, I wish
Because
that
the
somebody...
cashiers aren't running the show.
It's amazing.
and they should.
They're just not.
They don't want part of that mess.
They should. Somebody needs to take charge.
Quick Trip has gone downhill since.
Let's
I'm
look
saying
at the man with jeans.
Quick Trip's gone downhill since they flipped
That's funny.
Since they flipped the cashiers, it's gone downhill. It's
I'm gonna
not
have to go in.
It's chaos in there. It
Yes.
used to be like a well-oiled. My buddy Will O'Donnell has a bit about it. He's like, there used to be like a well-oiled machine, military style. In, you're out. There was order. Now it's chaos.
And that sometimes is what I'm talking about. When sometimes the courtesy is what gets in the way. People being like, "Oh, you go. Oh, you go. Like just everybody
go.
just here we go. You're talking about stand up for yourself.
Here we go.
Just go. Just get it done.
Yes.
Get the hell out.
I got a taquito. Get me out of here.
You don't have to be nice. You
My
don't have to let-
taquito's getting cold. I want to eat it in my car. Get me out of
Let's
here.
all just move quickly.
So according to this poll, 59% of people would say something to the person if they cut in line. 27% say nothing but feel annoyed. And then 6% say nothing and not mind. 9% not cheer.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't say something. Standing up for yourself is an important thing. I'm just saying that sometimes restraint is the biggest sign of strength. That's all
Okay,
I'm saying.
Rizz. Restraint.
Sometimes.
Oh, I show
sometimes
restraint.
the greatest strength is self-control and actual.
Yes.
Like that's what true manliness is self-control, restraint when restraint is needed.
And yes, I did cut at a funeral. I did cut in line at a funeral.
Yeah, I
Right.
seen it.
There was a very long line, and I didn't want to wait in line.
You just wanted to get those respects paid.
And I'm not proud of it, and I admitted it. And I,
But that guy would have wanted you to
Would
have
you do it
that
again?
moment.
no, I would not do it again. And given the opportunity, which I was, to do it, I did not do it again.
Because of the guilt?
Yeah.
Wow. He has
I
evolved.
do feel like the deceased that day would have wanted me to cut in line.
He would have been cool with it. He's a cool guy.
Just for the joke afterwards.
But I think funerals get a pass. And hear me out. Because
Whoa.
I really mean this.
You were at this funeral.
I was.
There was a long-ass line.
There was a long line. And I believe I remember seeing you that day. But
Did you see me cut?
I did.
I did too.
But
I mean,
here's the
everyone
deal.
did.
At a funeral, you want to be around. It's an emotional time. You want to have people around that are in that sharing in that grief where you can feel a support. And I think if you can see somebody in line and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to be around that person and like share memories. Because standing in a quiet line for a funeral amongst your own grief, and it's awkward because maybe you don't know the family that's standing up there, having a support system around is the better thing. It's more important than the cut, is what I'm trying to say.
You know what?
No,
That's
in my case, it was I don't want to wait in this line.
Hey,
Well-
that's a great point.
Thank you.
I appreciate you saying that because in that exact same line, we stood surrounded by people we did not know.
And you're sharing-
it was for an hour.
Cool
Exactly.
excuse.
And it would honestly have been better.
And he cut,
Cool
and he's
excuse.
around people like that we all worked with, and so it was like
She's absolving you of your guilt.
We're
Take
sharing-
it.
I feel guilty, and I
sharing memories of that person, laughing, like having a good moment to
yeah.
share in that
my
grief.
boss,
Neil, that's a
Tommy
great
Mattern,
point.
allowed me to get in front of him. He's complicit.
Tommy
He probably wanted
is-
your support.
No,
in
he
that
didn't. He
moment.
was with his wife.
He pippined you on that.
You didn't know that. You make him feel good. You're one of his favorite people. He probably wanted you around and subconsciously.
No, he
for
didn't.
Support.
He was helping a brother out because the line was out the door.
Yeah, counterpoint.
Oh, retort.
retort, counterpoint, you can still console and move back to your spot line.
Yeah.
And of all lines I have to stand in, I'm in my least comfortable shoes. You're probably in a suit. You're hot. You're sweating. You want out. You want out. Churches are never cool. It's always hot.
This was at a funeral home. We had just gotten off the plane.
Same thing.
We came right from the airport to this particular wake, and we got there, and the line was like 2 hours long.
If you see me at a funeral, I'm going, come up here. Come up here and be with me.
I know, that's what happened
do
to
that
me.
now.
I walked in, people were like, hey, come here, come here.
Yeah.
So I just went where I
When
was.
funeral homes are creepy, you want out of there, man. It's like they made an agreement at funeral homes to be like, don't update anything.
Yeah.
We want the brass candelabras on
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall.
Oh,
We
yeah.
want wallpaper from 1981 that looks like maybe an exorcism happened in here.
Yeah.
They're freaky.
How many
One out.
How many grandfather clocks can we fit in this
Right.
building?
One
Dude.
per room.
Exactly.
Is this where they all donated them?
And I still have those old school hand dryer things where you have to pull the fabric down, you know, and it just keeps going in a circle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the best.
So you want out. So the cuts deeper.
I'm here for the mints and the little glass trays,
Okay.
which is cool. Thanks for having those.
It's also one of those.
Super cool, man.
The red and white peppermints. Thank you.
It's also one of those places that 3 weeks ago I wasn't planning on being here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right, one more thing before we move on, and I do have an announcement to make. Something cool that that we've I don't want to say glommed onto, but thanks to Team Rizz for being the catalyst of this thing. But how do you have in your phone your spouse listed?
Tim is under Tim, my man, Elwell. And he put that in there.
Because there was a woman that took to social media who was very upset that her husband has her first name and last name.
Oh. Yeah, in Tim's phone, I'm under hot ass wife. I'm under your hot ass wife.
Did you put it in there?
Yeah, I did. No, I put it in there.
Yeah, that's
so
what's
whenever I call him, it says your hot ass wife.
Oh, you put it in there.
Retraction.
Thank you.
Sorry, Tim.
Mine, you can see, just says Mallory and has her picture.
Yeah.
Mallory.
Yeah, mine says Amelia Rizzuto. Not the wife or wifey or hot ass babe. Just has her first and last
Well,
name.
you know the reason
cool,
I
you guys
don't
are-
have the wife or any of that kind of stuff. For some reason, I always thought like if there was an emergency and I needed somebody to call, I don't want them like going, oh God, where's Mallory's number? I just want her at the very, very top, and it just says Mallory.
I would think that would be easier if it said the wife.
But they got.
I wonder who the wife is.
THE. I mean, I don't think most people would go, oh, I should search for his wife. WIFE. You know what I mean?
Well, what if you're
It's just on the
What
top.
if you're on the ground, somebody just teabagged you, and then you need medical attention?
Well, she's going to be there for
We
that,
need to
I'm
get in
sure.
touch with his wife.
Is this man choking? Not yet, but he'd like to be.
Oh, he's gonna.
But she's at the
Like,
top of the
you're by
favorites.
yourself.
I love this.
Like wife and kids are all, well, okay, not all, but wife and kids are all just the for the most part, are just their first name.
I know the woman was very upset because the husband had it was too formal for her. Oh, so I'm just my first and last name. Yeah,
That's who you are.
yeah, that's who you are.
A lot of times the phones now are saving stuff from your email. You know what I mean? Like
Or from what they want you to save. You know, like when you hit update.
that's what I mean. When
And
you
it says-
update, if your wife has Amelia Rizzuto because she is a professional who has a business, and you update your phone, it goes in your phone like that anyway. So it may not even be on you.
Right.
Mine
No,
says
I put
Tina
her in
D.
that way.
That's
I
how
put
when
it in
we
that
met.
way.
Tina's is whatever it was when we met. When we met, we were friends, and I put her in as Tina D.
Tina D.
I got
My
Tina in my
She's
phone.
still in there as Tina D.
My wife's in there with her DOC inmate identification number.
So that's where you guys met.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
it was a good time.
I don't know. Should a woman be upset that her husband has her
No.
It's stupid.
It's okay.
her contact as her first? I don't know. For me, it's like I want everything kind of uniform.
Right.
In my
Yeah, I think you can
In
be
my address,
I
my
think
contacts.
I think she can be upset, and he can go red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is what upsets you.
Like, oh boy.
See, I'm coming from
Lot
a
of-
fun
lot of
zone,
rules
though.
here.
Like, Tim and I had fun zone with our names in our phones. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm coming from kind of the we were indoctrinated in like, hey, let's have fun with our pet names in our phones. So if he would just have me in as like there's a lot of people in my life that still, I think my mom still has me with my maiden name. Like they refuse to update my last name, like my family. My sister does that.
Well, is that weird?
But let's be honest.
Oh, no.
Takes a while to update.
You're in a business meeting. You're negotiating a contract. Someone's phone goes off on the desk and it says Booby McGee or something on it.
But maybe his name is Booby.
But it's just like my little snuggle muffin comes up. You just lost a high ground. You just lost a high ground in that. You're like, snuggle muffin, you need to get that. I think I will take $10,000 more for this job. Thank you very much.
Damn it.
All because you had to have a pet name in your phone.
Although my mom is listed as Mom Rizzuto.
Same. Mom. Just mom.
Mine's
Because
mom.
my sister-in-law is Rosanna. My mom is Roseanne. And there'd be times I'd call the wrong person.
Yeah, mine's Mom Cell. By the way, I get a lot of people's random texts because they've typed Moon instead of Mom. A lot of my friends will be like, hey, I'm coming over today. Do you need anything? You're like, why are you? You're not invited.
Dude, you're on dangerous.
I'm sorry, man. I meant to text my mom.
So I see.
Happens all
You
the
were
time.
listed as douchebag McGee. In mine.
See, so there are pet names.
That's why I don't get your mistakenly mom
right.
text.
That's,
Oh,
you're
get down on the ground.
Oh, wow.
Your wife is an M name. That's shaky ground, dude. Like you don't drink anymore, but if you're a drinker and you're dating like a Molly, an MO name, you can end up sending some really messed up stuff to your own mother.
Yeah.
If you got her in there as mom.
Yeah.
You can end up sending something you regret.
I get the mom texts all the time. One happened a couple weeks ago. It was very sweet. He's a good son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Loves his mother.
Definitely.
I accidentally sent a message on Facebook the other day to the wrong Jill. My mom's name's Jill. And I was like, Mom, are we going to Cleveland Heath before the show? And I had this whole plan, like, here's the menu, blah, blah, blah. Looked at the Jill, totally wrong Jill. And she came up, this is my friend Jill. She goes, I don't know what's going on. She's like, but this sounds awesome. And I'm like, you are not my mother.
Tina did that on her podcast. She invited the wrong. She knew multiple Kendras, and she's like, hey, can you do our podcast? And the person, one Kendra was a comedian, and the other was just a girl she used to work with at Joey B's on the Hill. And the girl from Joey B showed up, and she's
that's
like,
nice.
I was really so excited you asked me to do your podcast. And she's like, yeah.
Oh, no.
And she did it.
No.
Oh,
You know,
That's
she
cool.
just rolled with it.
Do you have Mallory listed as emergency contact on your phone?
Emergency contact. I'm not sure. Have I done that? Where do you find this?
Let me see.
If you go to their contact card,
Okay, yeah.
you
She's
can
on.
say, like, add to emergency contacts, and then you can pick what they are.
Yeah, look, see.
Add to emergency contacts. Oh, look at that. Add to emergency contacts. Boom.
So when I was at Six Flags, I think it was 2 years ago, and I had my Apple Watch thought I was in a car accident because of the jostling from a roller coaster. Because she was my emergency contact, they called her.
Oh, interesting.
We just got an email that said that from a parent of identical twins, it said each twin has each other in their phone as spare parts.
That's cute.
good.
That's pretty funny.
Wow,
Morbid,
look at that.
but
I like the humor.
Hilarious.
but hilarious. Hey, I do want to make a quick announcement, and I do want to thank the members of Team Rizz who were the catalyst really behind our involvement in this event. So I want you to put this on your calendar, Saturday, September 30th. And in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton, we are assembling Team Rizz.
Weirdos.
Team Rizz!
Unite.
Team Rizz, assemble!
Eagle call.
So join Team Rizz at this year's Zero Prostate Cancer Run/Walk, Saturday, September 30th in Tower Grove Park. So join us, your fellow weirdos, your Team Rizz members, and run or walk in memory of our buddy Jeff Burton and help raise funds to drive research and provide critical services to help prostate cancer patients.
Yes.
Awesome, man.
This is a wonderful event. It's going to be amazing to be part of it. And again, thanks to the members of Team Rizz who really lit the fire under our asses
Yep.
to do this. So get signed up by Monday, September 18th. Raise a minimum of $50, and you will get an exclusive Team Rizz premium T-shirt. And that's courtesy of our Team Rizz sponsors, SSM Health and Moritz Royce Jewelry. So thanks to them.
Yeah, man. Help us out.
with that.
As we know, prostate cancer is no joke, and it's a real concern for men. And like I said yesterday, a lot of men don't like talking about their health, don't like thinking about their health. They try to ignore it. They put it off. And these types of things not only like raise awareness and get the community together, but people can really get educated on what you should be looking out for. And take it from a guy who lost a good friend to prostate cancer recently and has had a prostate biopsy because of this kind of stuff. You don't want none of that.
No.
You don't want none of that.
And, yeah, we lost Jeff to prostate cancer. So it's a great cause. It's a great charity. I'm looking forward to being down there Saturday, September 30th, Tower Grove Park. Join the fight against prostate cancer. Sign up to join Team Rizz at this year's Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk. And do it at 1057thepoint.com. Put it in the calendar. Spread the word.
Do it.
Do it.
Also, that's my birthday. So I would consider it a personal birthday present. If you signed up and participated in the walk, that could be my birthday present from Team Rizz. Which didn't get mentioned in the important dates in September, but
Hey, that's
whatever.
all right.
I just
Write
drew
it
a
down.
set
Write
face and
it
wrote
down.
sad.
I just
Slipped
Yeah, I
your mind.
missed
We were
it.
going to make it special.
Yeah,
I know you guys.
Special
I knew
announcement.
you guys
8
were playing a
a.m.
joke on me.
announcement.
All right, I lose. I'll lay down. Come, both you guys can get me.
Oh, no. Are you a whole month celebrator?
No.
It's my birth month. Ah!
No, I'm not. I'm at this point. It's a doomsday clock counting down.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the Craigslist Freak of the Week. We got to crown the two winners who will be moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs, and we'll have you crap on celebrities. But first, and your Team Rizz member of the day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. See Rafe today at the Hot Shots in Fenton from 5 to 7. Your chance to join the Pork Steak Army.
Last chance to do it in person.
Last chance to do it in person. From Whitehall, Illinois, Travis Driver is our Team Rizz member today. Yeah. Where's Whitehall?
It's over there.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a drive.
It's that way.
Travis has been a listener of the Rizz Show since the very beginning and force feeds the podcast to his coworkers daily.
All right.
Nice.
Hey,
You'll
coworkers.
take it, and you'll like it. He loves all the random tangents the crew gets into on a daily basis. The addition of Rafe and Lern to the team,
Thanks.
unbelievable. Can't wait to rep his new Team Rizz jersey loudly and proudly.
It's by Springfield, like up there.
All right. Well, Travis Driver from Whitehall is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz.
Travis was always such a cool name. Like there was like a lot of country boys that I knew all had the name Travis, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's if I had to go with one, that's a cool
I
one.
couldn't pull off being a Travis.
No, you couldn't.
No.
I'm sorry to tell you.
I know I can't.
You couldn't do it.
Travis is a name I can't pull off.
Yeah.
All right, as I mentioned, after the break, we'll do the Craigslist Freak of the Week. We'll have two ads, move on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs based on your votes, and we'll do crap on celebrities. It's 7:10, Friday, traveling and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. We got a lane block due to a crash 55 southbound at exit 1. That's Illinois 3 on the east side. Your point forecast today. A cool start followed by a quick warm-up. Low humidity. It's going to be freaking sweet. High of 84. Right now it's 57 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
What's in a name? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's a cheaper Taylor Swift ticket coming. X probably wants your bodily fluids. And we're going to trash another list, this time Billboard's best rock singers of all time.
Oh, idiots.
Yeah.
Best rock singers of all time.
Let me just tell you this right now. This is a different list than what we've talked about before, and you need to prepare yourselves.
The last time we went into this, we were told we were idiots
Well,
Oh, by who?
by a few emailers, and
Couple
honestly,
Travises?
and honestly, they kind of made a point, and I'll see if we can
see.
fix ourselves here.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your crap on celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials. At RIZZ Show, your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. As I mentioned before, comedian Jay Pharoah stopping by. He'll be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. We got your Friday fail stories, Rafe's e-memoriam. But first, it's time to send 2 freaks on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. That's right. Moon, if you'd please shut down the votes.
Boop. Shut down.
So Lern read 4 past champions for us yesterday. You guys voted via Twitter at Rizzuto Show. And the top 2 vote getters moving on to the next round, one step closer to being crowned the official Craigslist Freak of the Year. So here's how it all shook out. In 4th place with 9.6% of your vote, it was nominee number 4. Goodbye, Rizzuto. Rizzuto, this is the guy who was looking for his Goldilocks.
Great name.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. In 3rd place with 19.8% of your vote, say goodbye to our cowboy, Wyatt Slurp. See ya. See you later, Wyatt Slurp.
Broken like a bronc.
Yep. And here we go. Here is who is moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs with 22.1% of your vote. It's the number 10 seed, Jerry Can't Smell.
Man for Woman, 49, Vancouver, Canada. Do you like spaghetti dinner?
Yes, I do.
I'm looking for a dirty girl to go to dinner with.
Okay.
No, really. I'm looking for somebody really bad smelling. Hear me out. No fun time necessary. Just please don't shower and be willing to part ways with your worst looking thong. Picture this. You wearing the same G-string for a week. Please do not wash. Bonus if there's holes in them. Wear them out. Maybe go to the gym and hit the sauna afterward. Don't worry. If there's stains, even if it's when you know when.
Oh.
The more mystery, the better. We will go to dinner somewhere nice. You will not smell that good. That's okay. This is my appetizer. It's okay if people are staring. After we have our main course, you will ask for a to-go bag. After your food is boxed up, you will then go into the bathroom and take your panties off and put your tattered and battered G-string on top of the spaghetti. Make sure to seal it up tight to lock in the freshness. Come back to the table. We will exchange to-go boxes, nothing else. I will leave first because I can't wait to get home. Dessert time. Feel free to keep my number for future dates if you have a good time.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. Jerry Can't Smell. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. And joining Jerry, our top vote getter of the week, no surprise, with 48.5% of your vote. It was our 3rd nominee, Craig Berube.
Man seeking pregnant woman, 53 years old, Halifax. Baby bump and looking to hump. This is exactly what it sounds like. I'm only aroused by pregnant people, preferably 6 months or higher, as this is when you will definitely be showing. Expecting mothers do it for me. I lose control when I see a woman giving off that motherly glow as she waddles towards me with her large round belly. The bigger, the better. And heavy knockers filled with milk.
Man.
Baby isn't the only one that wants a bottle. If I can put my hands on your swollen tummy and feel the baby kicking, that would really set me up for next level pleasure and excitement. Hearing this, you may be thinking I'm a weirdo who gets off on what's considered taboo, and maybe that's partially true, but after years of therapy, I realized I was the oldest sibling, and I lovingly watched my mommy prepare to deliver my younger sister, and that manifested into this fetish for me. At least this isn't a full-on Oedipus complex. It's just a dude who thinks all pregos are his cup of tea. But if you look like my mom, that's not a deal breaker. In fact, it's a bonus. She had brown hair and blue eyes, so feel free to send pics. After we have sex, can we pretend the baby is mine? I can keep a secret. The real daddy doesn't need to know.
There you go. Craig Berube moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. So the number 7 and 10 seeds go on to round number 2. Hey. Thanks for your votes, guys. Appreciate it.
You know what's amazing is yesterday the poll was open and Craig Berube was leading the charge, and there was another radio station in the country that was doing a pregnant bikini contest, and all I thought was this Craig Berube guy
is out there.
Man.
He's backstage right now. He's backstage. He's got to be. He's got to be
sponsoring the event.
He's creeping his way. He's
doing a
climbing
pregnant
fences.
bikini contest?
I forget. It's one of the radio stations that we follow. And it was
Funny.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. And honestly, I was like, wow, we were just talking about Craig Berube, a finalist, a Freak of the Year finalist, who most likely is going to move on. And
that ad's going to go far.
Yeah.
That ad's going to go far. But, so next Thursday, another round one matchup. All right, today is September 1st. Back in the day, 69 years ago, 1954, the classic Alfred Hitchcock thriller Rear Window, was released.
I've seen it.
I've never seen that.
Did it in a movie study class, like
and that's Jimmy Stewart as a guy with a broken leg, right? Who's looking out his window, sees a murder.
So. Yeah. I don't remember hardly anything about it. We had to study it in a movie class in college, and you tear it apart, you know.
It's really good. But what's wild is you see that, and there's probably been 30 films in our lifetime that come out that have been amazing, but they're basically just ripping that one off 100%.
So it's Rear Window.
Rear Window.
Opened today in 1954. 42 years ago, 1981, Daryl Hall and John Oates released their Private Eyes album, featuring I Can't Go For That, No Can Do, and the title track, of course. 39 years ago, 1984, Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do With It hit #1 on the pop chart.
Hell yeah.
38 years ago, 1985, the wreck of the Titanic was found 73 years after it sank in the Atlantic Ocean. 28 years ago, 1995, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum opens in Cleveland, Ohio. 24 years ago, 1999, ex-Pittsburgh Penguin star Mario Lemieux is approved as the new owner of the struggling franchise. The Penguins become the first club in pro sports history to be owned by a former member of the team.
That's awesome.
And 17 years ago today, in 2006, Roger Goodell begins his tenure as NFL commissioner. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouseco.com, 636-600-0188. Well, we haven't talked about Barbenheimer in a few weeks because, in my opinion, the Barbie-Oppenheimer experience is over.
Yeah, we've moved past that.
But this is kind of interesting. There is a 68-year-old woman in Massachusetts, and her name is literally Barbie Oppenheimer. And I thought that is so cool.
This is her summer.
So she's totally enjoying her summer of fame. She has seen both Barbie and Oppenheimer, and she enjoyed them both. And how crazy is that her name is Barbie Oppenheimer?
That's crazy.
That's
my name was Jurassic Park until I changed it to Moon.
Yeah.
Well, that whole getting confused for the movie thing got weird.
Sick of it.
You are a raptor.
I'm no longer Mr. Park.
In other name news, Khloe Kardashian has legally changed the name of her 13-month-old son with Tristan Thompson to Tatum Thompson. Now, you guys don't watch the Kardashians, but this last season, she starts calling the baby Tatum. And so I didn't know that the baby was actually just named Baby Kardashian. So you have to get out of the hospital, right? You got to name your kid.
Like, so the kid never had a name?
He never had. His name was Baby. Baby Kardashian was his name. So now he is Tatum Thompson.
Is that weird?
It is strange.
Well,
I mean,
guys,
it's hard
you know somebody that left the hospital without a name.
I do?
I'm right here.
You didn't have a name?
Yeah, but
no, I was known as Baby, and then the last name of my first foster parents.
But you were given up for adoption, and it's kind of
I'm just
understandable.
I'm just saying. I was known as, which is funny because I play Taylor guitars, like acoustic guitars, and there is a Baby Taylor, and I was known as Baby Taylor.
Well, and the thing is, when you have a kid with somebody, usually during the 9-month period of the pregnancy, don't you lay in bed and you talk about all the cutesy names the kid could be?
Well, Tater, what's his kid's name?
His name's Tatum.
Tater. His mom was very busy, so finally got some time.
You have 9 months to figure it out.
She and Tristan weren't together, though, so that what you're talking about was not but as Khloe Kardashian, like, she could have just picked a name.
Yeah, but I'm assuming as a Kardashian, too, if you're in a public hospital, which, hospitals are, you'd probably worry about that getting out before you wish it to get out, right? I mean, listen, I'm just saying there's concerns for them that we don't have.
They took a year to land on Tatum.
Seems very silly.
Which is a cute name.
Okay, so they did delay that much.
Yeah,
or at least say that they...
In the show, Khloe was like, I don't know what I'm going to name my kid. Like, she was having problems.
I wonder if that's a bit for the show.
Just a storyline. Probably just a storyline.
It worked.
It worked.
Got him.
LeVar
Got us.
Burton is going to be hosting Trivial Pursuit game on CW. Now, if all things go well, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ LeVar and his team are close to locking in the terms of a new job that he's been ready for. So how cool is this? The man who hosted Reading Rainbow will now be hosting Trivial Pursuit.
Well, remember, there was a lot of people disappointed he didn't get the
Jeopardy
job.
I know.
Because he did such a great job when they were doing the fill-in hosts.
Yeah, he didn't even get a call about that. Like, he didn't even get an offer.
That's right. Yeah, he didn't even get an offer.
That's crazy, man. X, formerly Twitter. I kind of refuse to call it X. It's not anything against
I'm
Elon.
sticking with Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter. X sounds so strange. They're rolling out a new privacy policy that for some reason mentions collecting biometric info. It says, based on your consent, we may collect and use your biometric information for safety, security, and identification purposes. Now, the policy doesn't include any details on how exactly that biometric info is going to be collected or what X actually plans to do with it. But the policy also mentions collecting employment history, educational history, employment preferences, skills and abilities, job search activity, and engagement. Strange.
All right, you got to collect my biometrics. I'll lay down.
Go. Gotta open up my mouth.
Come on, Elon. AC/DC, and I got an audio for this.
Yes.
Riz. AC/DC is good for your health, and there's science to back this up. There was the latest episode of AC/DC Beyond the Thunder podcast, and this guy who's a Harvard University professor named Dr. Mark Judge Tramos said this about the impact on ACD's music and your brain.
AC/DC's probably caused as much release of endorphins and dopamine in the key parts of the brain as, any band all time.
Wow.
And we don't need to get into the details of, whose brains they are and why. The fact of the matter is for whatever reason, it's effective. And it's very, very, very hard to do.
So that guy sounds like an endorphin junkie.
AC/DC music just makes you feel good.
It does.
Dude, AC/DC music is nursery rhyme rock and roll. It's like like the most basic stripped down 3 chords, 4 chords, whatever the heck it is.
But this is a guy who's always gotten in a fight with, we'll say, his brother or something like that, who's the greatest rock band. And now he's like, let me tell you about this study I've done.
Dude, you know what's funny is friend of the show, Jim... Jim Brewer. Jim Brewer does a bit where he talks about how ACD is the best band because they can turn anything into something awesome. And he goes, you do the hokey pokey! You
That's one of
put
his
your
famous
right
bits.
foot in!
Well, as far as health goes, AC/DC can improve your heart rate and blood pressure, help reduce anxiety and pain in cancer patients, and even help surgeons make fewer mistakes during surgery.
Dang.
Cool.
So
If you're in a
cool.
bad mood, just put on Thunderstruck.
I mean, I agree with this guy, but that sounds like a study conducted by your Uncle Ronnie. This study conducted by Uncle Ronnie.
I
Who did
will
you
find
ask?
the
I asked
science.
myself.
Hey, peeling out in the Walmart parking lot also
The guy even
really
sounded
helps.
like my Uncle
Hell
Ronnie.
yeah,
He did not sound
all
like a
right.
scientist at all. He's like, we're not going to get into whose brains, okay?
Right.
Don't worry, just
Never
take
mind
my
that.
word for it. The endorphins are off the charts. Dude.
As a big AC/DC fan, I concur.
Have you heard
I agree.
AC/DC?
Scott Rizzuto's brain was studied. In
Have
this
you
study.
heard AC/DC in my 93 S10?
Oh, hell yeah. 50 Cent was in LA on Wednesday. His microphone was malfunctioning, as it happens. He was handed a new one, and then he threw the old phone. He was trying to hit the production crew, which doesn't make this any more right, but he allegedly hit a local radio DJ. And so Brianna Monaghan of Power 106 in LA, she had to go to the emergency room.
She got messed up.
She got super messed up. Like, I watched the video.
Huge gash in her head.
Huge gash, like she's all taped up, and she's like, they need to look at my brain. Like, she really got hammered
Play her
with
some
that
AC/DC.
microphone. So anyway, she's filing a police report.
Who
and
did this? Who did this?
50
50 Cent.
Fitty.
Oh, man.
Threw the microphone in the crowd, hit this radio personality. In
On
the head.
purpose or just like as part of the show?
He was trying to hit the production crew. He was
So he
pissed.
threw it to the side? And she
Yeah,
was standing on the
she
side
just-
stage?
No, he threw it like in the crowd.
In the crowd.
Anyway, Taylor Swift is releasing a concert film. If you didn't get
Oh, my
tickets to the
gosh.
Eras tour,
My daughter was going on and
People
on
are
about this.
losing it.
I was like, okay, so this year you spent $500, maybe more, already on Taylor Swift. And she's like, and they're coming out with a movie, and we already bought tickets. And if you buy tickets in advance, you get a special popcorn bucket that has her on it. And like, she just went on, and she goes, oh, and this and that.
this
I was
gonna
like,
be a
oh my
theater
gosh.
thing?
Oh, yeah. It's premiering AMC Theaters October 13th, so right around the corner. It's already earned $10 million in ticket pre-sales. So there you go, Moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
Are they going to put it on
There
Netflix
goes
or
your
anything?
allowance.
It's just in AMC theaters for now. It has so much hype. Like anything else
Stock's
that's being
going up.
released on October 13th is just going to. Even The Exorcist is coming out on Friday the 13th in October. And people are like, we're not going to that. We're going to this Eras
Yeah,
tour.
it's incredible, dude. Speaking of that, I mean, wouldn't it be a great opportunity for amateur investors if she just took the name, took the company public? Hey, now you can own stock in Taylor Swift. Wouldn't that be
bad
awesome?
idea.
I mean, it's not
well,
a bad
this is
idea.
probably the peak right now.
The valuation
You
is
think?
at
I don't know if it can.
$7
High end would be high.
billion.
I don't know if it get even higher. We're at peak Taylor right now.
We
This
are.
is
You
it?
don't want to buy now.
Is she the Nickelback for suburban white girls?
I don't. Every
Not right
suburban
now.
white girl I know is in love with her, and I
The
mean,
way Nickelback can soothe all the bros, all the tech bros in the world.
Yeah.
Is she the soothing,
No.
calming voice, or has she transcended that?
She's
Listen,
transcended pretty much everything.
Yeah,
Again,
I know.
we're at peak Taylor.
The stuff is
Okay.
great because it's not just the music is the business card. It's the everything else. It's the fandom. It's the culture of it. Like
Right.
my girls, like they get together and they talk Taylor, and it's not even they're talking about her. They're talking about the culture of it.
It's
Yeah, the secrets
Something
and whatnot.
special. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why, but she's kind of hit that nerve with pretty much everyone.
And dads included in this. I know many dads who went to the Taylor Swift concerts with their kids, and dads were walking out of there going, "Yep, this is worth every bit of the hype."
Oh yeah.
You know.
Exquisite entertainment.
All right, it's time to trash this list. Let's see if this does it for us. Billboard has released the 50 greatest rock singers of all time. Okay, and so
In order.
in order.
Okay, so let's just get like the free space would be like Freddie Mercury's number one, right?
No, he is not. He's number 3. Point for Rizz.
Okay, so remember
I didn't know we were
we
pointing
didn't say
yet.
best rock stars. We said because there's a lot of
singers.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Singers.
great rock stars that are not great rock singers.
Oh,
Well, Freddie Mercury was a great singer.
Now,
And
are
he
these-
He was best of both.
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
Are these definitive rock singers? Or are there going to be a couple where you're like, oh,
Like I have a couple of we're just doing the top 10 here. Like for instance, number 23 was Karen O of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. So it's not just classic rock.
Okay.
Okay, not just like basic rock. This
Is-
goes into
Motown?
alternative
Is
rock.
there any old? Yeah.
Is Robert Plant on there?
There's some funk
Of
in the
course,
top
Robert Plant
10.
would be in
Could
the top
Elvis
10.
be on this?
Elvis is not. If he is, he's not top 10.
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant
Top 10?
was number 4.
Okay.
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 That's a good one.
Bobby Plant.
Oh, wait a second. Who made this list? We have to ask this.
Billboard magazine.
Billboard.
Okay,
So the
then
new
I'll-
Robert
Okay,
Plant
well,
guy.
let's-
I bet you.
let's go around.
You're missing one.
Like-
Let's go around. Let's not start yelling at Rafe. Give me somebody.
oh, well, I got to go David Lee Roth, but I know they didn't put him on there. It's going to piss me off.
He's not top 10, but he's number 20. I wrote
Number
that down.
20.
Okay.
Scott.
Too low.
Well, let's see here. I'm going to go with Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, number 5. Point for
Okay.
King Scott.
Moon.
Well, if we're doing this, let's go Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell was on the list number 17, though.
Okay. What are we
Which
doing?
I know.
Okay.
How is Cornell down below Kurt Cobain? Kurt
Mick
Cobain
Jagger.
would be upset with this list.
Got to be number 1.
Number 1, Mick Jagger.
That was
Mick
my next
Jagger.
one.
Okay.
Am I right? Aren't you? You
Yes,
should
I
be
love.
offended.
Yes,
This,
Chris Cornell is the voice.
so like for instance, Anthony Kiedis came in at number 28.
Okay.
He just shouldn't be on the list.
Rafe. Next name
John Lennon.
John Lennon,
would be a great
not
one.
top 10.
I would have
That's a
said
great
that
one.
next.
Probably in the 50, not top 10.
Scott.
Wow.
Well, John Lennon's on there, so probably no Paul. I'm going to say, Paul Simon.
No, not top 10.
Okay, if Anthony Kiedis is above Sebastian Bach, we've all made
Sebastian Bach
huge
of
mistakes.
Skid Row.
Sebastian Bach is a fantastic singer. Like
I agree.
Not
super
top 10.
Crazy skilled. Well,
Not
then we're
top
not
10.
doing singers here. We're doing rock stars.
Oh.
We're doing people's favorite rock star.
This list is kind of interesting.
Then
to
I
be
got
honest.
a good one.
Go.
Okay.
Well, no,
we're going in
it's
order.
Rizz's
Oh,
turn.
sorry.
We're going in order. Jimi Hendrix.
No, not top 10.
Dang. My turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the goat lady's on there. I think Stevie Nicks is on there.
Stevie Nicks, number 2.
Wow.
Number 2.
Scott.
And so that holds up for me.
Have
Yeah,
we?
I think she should
Have
be
we
there.
said Alice Cooper yet?
Alice Cooper, no.
I got one that we're missing.
Is it the other guy like him?
No, man.
Have
Jeff
we
Buckley.
got the top 5 already?
Yes.
Jim Morrison.
Jeff Buckley.
Not top 10. No.
Jim Morrison.
No. Steve Perry from Journey came in at number 30.
Wow.
which is
Oh,
crazy.
that is so stupid. He's top 10.
Right.
Who are we missing out of the top 10?
Which numbers?
6 through 10.
Oh, I know 7.
Wait, who's number 1?
6 through 10.
Mick Jagger.
Okay.
I don't think it's some more ladies.
There is another lady in the top 10, which I was very happy to see. And she's worth this, and I'm glad that finally she's on a list because
Joan
she's
Jett.
never on a list. No, not Joan Jett. This woman fronted a band and is iconic.
York.
Debbie Harry.
Debbie Harry, number
That
7.
was what I was going to guess.
It's Dirty's wife, correct?
Man.
Man, I mean, Axl Rose?
Axl Rose is number 10. Good job.
All right.
Steven
And I got
Tyler.
7.
Oh, Steven Tyler. Good one.
Oh,
Steven
yeah.
Tyler's in the top 50, but not top 10.
Whoa!
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, see? That's the one that got you off this list?
Not top 10.
Steven Tyler's not top 10?
That's wild. 'Cause,
That's
I mean,
rock
that
singers of
dude's
all
got
time.
like Freddie Mercury range.
Is McCartney on there?
No.
Reginald-
He's on the
He's-
50,
okay.
but not top 10.
Reginald
Beatles.
Denny.
No.
Elton John.
No.
Can we hear number
thought
1
that
through
was
5?
the dad from Family
Reginald
Matters.
Dwight.
Reginald Dwight. That's
When you
it.
said it,
Yeah.
I was like, he's finally gone.
Reginald Denny, wasn't he from the Rodney King riots?
Oh,
Isn't he the guy that was pulled out of the truck
I don't know.
and
Let's see.
beaten?
Like Haley Williams made this
Sorry,
list.
Yeah.
Yeah, the attack on Reginald Denny. Sorry about that. I meant
He was the guy
Reginald
that was
Dwight.
pulled out of the truck, right?
Yeah. Former construction truck driver pulled out of his truck, severely beaten in 92 riots. I apologize.
Oops.
Oh.
You said there was a funk singer in the top 10.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I know who that one
Who
has
is
to be.
Is it George?
It's George Clinton. Yes, number 8. Which
Wow,
was
number 8.
Bob Seger.
I thought James Brown.
no,
Oh!
Johnny,
James Hetfield.
Johnny Money.
not top 10. What'd you say, Moon?
Johnny Cash.
No.
Oh, you know what? Prince. I mean, Prince is considered
Not
rock,
top
right?
10.
Tom Petty.
No.
James Brown.
We have 2 left.
Prince is a better singer than
Springsteen.
everyone
You hate
said.
this band.
I hate this band?
Oh, yeah.
I don't hate many bands, man.
Well, you've been or at least I've translated your disgust of.
There is no way you're going to say that name. That can't be.
Bruce
I already-
Springsteen.
Oh, no.
I already
way.
said
No
Jim
Bruce.
Morrison.
No Bruce.
In the top 10.
No. Is he in top 50?
Is it Roger
He
Waters?
is.
Roger Waters or
no.
David Gilmour?
No.
Is it Gosh Smacks guy?
Nope. Sully. Nope.
Oh, okay, well then.
No.
Then who do I hate?
Bono came in at number 9.
I freaking
Oh, he
love
hates
you
you
two.
too.
Oh,
I
who
love you
hates
two
you
so
too?
Me, I
freaking
hate
much.
you too.
Oh.
He loves
I
you too.
love
Oh,
you
I'm
two.
sorry.
Oh.
Somebody hated on you too the other
The two
day.
Utes.
Oh,
you
no
too.
way.
And then the one that I don't think anybody's going to get is number 6, David Byrne
David
of the
Byrne.
Talking
Oh,
Heads.
Talking Heads.
So again,
what
just-
about David Bowie?
David Bowie's on the list, but not top 10.
Yeah, Billy Joel wasn't.
So
wasn't
just
mentioned?
to recap, top 10.
Ronnie James Dio.
Axl Rose, number 10. Bono, George Clinton, Debbie Harry at number 7. David Byrne, number 6. Kurt Cobain, Robert Plant, your top 3. Freddie, Stevie, and Mick. Those are the top rock singers of all
No
time,
mention of
according
Sting
to Billboard.
either. Come
Again,
on,
Sting.
Rod
Sting.
Stewart. Good. What are we doing here?
Tell you what.
Sting.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Zendaya is 27. Bianca Ryan, she won the first season of America's Got Talent. What did she do? What does Bianca Ryan do?
Oh, Eddie Vedder. What about Eddie Vedder?
He was on the list.
Teddy Pendergrass, what?
Well, Bianca Ryan is 29. J.D. Fortune is 50. He won Rockstar. Padma Lakshmi is 53. That's the Top Chef host. Gloria Stefan. Oh, my gosh. Speaking
Miami
of...
Sound Machine.
Oh, dude. That Get on Your Feet is one of the best produced songs of our entire era. Gloria
Gene.
Stefan is 66. Billy Blanks.
Ah, Tybo.
You could beat his butt, I'm sure. He's 68.
No, you can't.
No.
That dude, he's still Tyboing it, and he's
Put your hand on the buttons.
Which
I'm
button?
gonna need Dr. Phil.
oh, you
Dr.
gotta
Phil
tell me.
is.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing, you effing little
I'm
bitch?
talking about your birthday.
Somebody touched my pee-pee.
That's not my problem right now, sir.
Here's a good idea. Let's all get drunk.
I won't be joining you there.
I'm
Happy birthday.
horrified.
Oh, well, you should be.
You can suck this.
All right, that's it. You're 73 today.
So filthy,
Oh, no.
man.
Greg Errico, Sly and the Family Stone drummer, is 75. Barry Gibb, the last Bee Gee standing. Barry Gibb.
Another great voice.
77 years old. And Lily Tomlin is 84 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Crystal Summers. And today's birthday girl's been in 279 fine films, including Barnyard Bondage 2, Clam Smackers.
Wow.
Nautical film?
Come on down to Applebee's for clam smackers.
All you can eat. Count Racula, Desperate House Whores 9, Double Airbags 24, Everyone Loves Big Boobies 4, Frosty the Snow Hoe, My Mama Does the Hanky Panky, Slippery When Wet 4, King Scott's favorite, Toe Jam 3, and Who Could Forget a Roll in 2007's and Lern's favorite,
Yes.
Meatless in Seattle.
Oh,
I am kind of a vegetarian.
Crystal Summers is 51 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. Up next, it's Rafe's In Memoriam. Then we'll get into the Friday Fail Stories.
happy birthday, Rizz.
So after the show yesterday, I walked into the office, and Moon is sitting at his computer, just yelling. Remember why?
Yesterday?
Yeah. You were just yelling how this is nonsense and this is BS and what a waste of time. I'll tell you why. Headline. New quote-unquote sighting of Loch Ness Monster captured in quote-unquote most exciting photos ever.
I forgot. Okay. Yeah. Not only is this whole thing just horse poo, that article was awful.
Well, this is, okay, I'm reading from the New York Post here. Is that the article you saw? From
No,
the Post?
I saw a different one. I saw a different one that says captures proof on thermal imaging, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Show me, baby. I want to be proven wrong here.
A quote-unquote sighting of the Loch Ness Monster has resulted in photos being called the most exciting ever by those on the hunt for the fabled creature. The photos, which show a serpent-like animal with its body on the surface of the loch, were actually taken in 2018 by photographer Chris Kelly, age 51. She kept them to herself in fear of public ridicule. Well, here we are.
Wow.
Nobody's.
Yep. That's why the good photos have never been released.
Yeah, nobody's keeping anything anymore
up.
because of ridicule. Get out of here. Like you're a hero if you say something about Loch Ness right now.
She and her husband, Scott, were having lunch at the Doors Inn on the banks of the loch in Inverness, Scotland on August 13th, 2018, when she started to take pictures. She says, I was just taking pictures with my Canon camera of Scott and our daughter, Alyssa, who was then 5, when about 200 meters from the shore, moving right to left at a steady speed, was the creature. It was spinning and rolling at times. We never saw a head or neck. After a couple minutes, it just disappeared. We never saw it again.
Sounds like a log to me, man.
While, of course, she couldn't get an image clearly showing the beast's length, she estimated that it was 2 parts. 2 parts that were visible were less than 2 meters long combined.
I think I have an issue with all this kind of stuff too because we're river people. We're from a river town. We're familiar with rivers, familiar with water. I'm sure we've all been to lakes and things. There's weird stuff happens on the lake or on any sort of body of water. If you look out far enough, if you stare at water long enough, you're gonna see
something's
some
gonna
weird
happen.
Stuff. Yeah,
Right.
and your mind does different patterns, and then you'll see a log. You know what the hell that is. There's weird stuff floating in the rivers all the time. So anytime this happens, it always is conveniently 200 meters away. It disappeared. I never saw a head or a neck,
Right.
but boy, I saw 2 lumps.
There's
Lovely lady lumps.
It's always the same story.
Lovely.
There's
lady
this
lumps.
TikTok guy who he does magnet fishing. Have you ever seen
yeah,
this?
he's awesome.
It's cool as hell.
Australian guy?
They put those big magnets in, and he's pulling them up, and like there's bikes and also
A lot of firearms.
guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guns.
A lot of firearms.
Watches.
See, the article that I read yesterday
A
was
lot of evidence.
exactly. The article that I said that I read yesterday said evidence proves it. Thermal imaging, and this was like hunters.
Oh no!
Loch Ness
This was this woman finally released the picture she took 5 years ago.
Two parts of this article that had me screaming BS at my computer when you walked in, and I was just losing my mind. Is the one was there were no thermal image. None. They took like a infrared camera, like a drone, flew it around and got a couple things, and they were all on the shore. So that's right out. So
Right.
the article was total BS. The headline was total BS. And then it has a guy in there, and he said more than one time, I am convinced that there is a monster in here. And then it showed him diving in the lake. And I'm like, are you convinced? Are you convinced that there's a monster in here and you're still putting a wetsuit on and
Right.
getting under the water?
Here's what's going on there. So the Loch Ness Center and Loch News Exploration Volunteer Group teamed up to host Quest Weekend last weekend, the latest event in a centuries-long tradition of looking for the creature. The monster hunters, again, I'm reading from the article, faced some difficulties in their search, including inclement weather that prevented them from launching heat-seeking drones and forgetting to turn on their recording equipment when the underwater microphones picked up 4 strange sounds.
Of course.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yes,
I
did.
can't wait for the world. Definitive proof.
We're out here
it
for
is.
one reason.
Here it is. Guys, we got it. Guys, we got it.
It's like a horror movie.
And then, all right, playback.
What do you mean playback?
Did you, Carl,
Well,
did you hit record?
You didn't tell me to.
Carl, you always hit record.
Why do you think we're in here, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other issue that I had is after this article, of course, yet again, I'm getting fed nothing but Bigfoot videos and Loch Ness sightings, and that's what my work computer now is just like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Here's all the stuff that proves you right.
You like this? Well, then you're going to love this.
That's all I get, dude. As soon as I got off that and I put up another
Cryptids.
I put up another page. It said definitive proof 2 Bigfoots in Yellowstone, and I watched that video.
And they were there.
Well, you got him.
I have to.
2 weeks ago, I guess these hunters did put out what they said was evidence of some kind of sound in the loch. Right?
Yeah, and this is the only thing that I've heard so far that really made me think. Okay,
maybe. Now we enhanced the audio a little bit. So here's what the creature hunters picked up, okay, on their recording devices when they finally did hit record.
Oh.
You hear that now? And that is a fart.
That's it.
Yeah.
You have a
Still
monster.
gonna deny
it.
it.
That proves it.
Well,
That's it.
that opens the window a little for
Yeah.
me.
Hey, at least the monster has a sense of humor. Okay.
Hey, everybody poops, man,
Stupid.
including the Loch Ness.
Hey, before Rafe gets to his in memoriam this week,
Ah, yes.
you did go around with your friend Chelsea Lynn,
I
a.k.a.
did.
Trailer Trash Tammy. Did some mukbangs around the St. Louis area, specifically one at Lion's Choice.
Did.
Recorded it, and
Out today.
out today.
Go to Chelsea Lynn, Trailer Trash Tammy YouTube, and the entire 30-minute Lion's Choice mukbang will premiere today. And right in the middle, we drop a trailer for my upcoming special
Convenient, huh?
coming out for September 27th on YouTube, on her YouTube. So you get a double dip. You get a little Lion's Choice review, and you get to see a trailer for my my new special. September's a big month, dude, for me. I got 27th specials coming out, 28th through the 30th. I'm headlining the Funny Bone. Going on Jeff's walk. You can walk right from there straight into the Funny
Straight to the Funny
That's
Bone.
right. You can get a little extra mileage in if you want to.
Just to have a camera trained on somebody trying something for the first time is I think cool.
It
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah, as far as
Especially something that we love.
your love of Lion's Choice and to see somebody and to capture that moment on film.
That's what people were saying about us going to Golden Corral when you tried okra for the
Okra.
first time.
Yeah.
That was legit.
You had a mukbang.
Why mukbang?
You
We
had a
did
mini
kind of
mukbang.
mukbang.
Because you popped it in your
Golden
mouth,
Corral.
and your little reaction that you had, like this very fun smile came on your face. And people were like, that's incredible.
That's the one time that term feels appropriate. If you're going to Golden Corral, you're mukbang.
Oh, that was definitely a mukbang
That's
for
big
sure.
time mukbanging.
Oh, we all mukbanged that day.
Oh, yeah.
Safely, though.
Cue the music.
Safely. Ladies and gentlemen, time for Rafe's in memoriam.
Yes, let's transition from the mukbang to the in memoriam. Brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives. Discover Aquamation, the natural, gentle, eco-friendly alternative to fire-based cremation. For those of you that don't know, the in memoriam is a segment of the show where we say goodbye to people we lost this week, either for something we said or did or didn't say, or just their own crazy delusions. They sent us emails, messages, and or hate mail through the U.S. Post Office.
Which, yes, that's happened.
That has happened. First up this week, the Pyrophiles of Burning Man. We really upset a few of you when we said the orgy tent at Burning Man smelled just like the initials of the festival, a big stinky BM. And that it was a Woodstock for Alpha Brain NFT tech bros and alternative medicine Lululemon girls who own at least 18 crystals but not one functioning relationship. Fans of Burning Man, you guys make Coachella attendees look like novices in the artsy-fartsy up-your-own-ass Olympics. I mean, your version of a fun weekend isn't getting plastered at a barbecue. It's doing ayahuasca and a neon teepee while dressed like a cyberpunk pussycat doll. Honestly, you people treat the desert like it's a new planet ripe for colonization, but you're not NASA exploring Mars for water. You're a dumbass scouring the Nevada desert to find what exactly? Oh, yeah, your true self. Well, that self better be hydrated because, spoiler alert, it's a goddamn desert. Good thing your journey of the Third Eye Discovery is sponsored by Celsius Arctic Vibe Energy Drink, because you're a budding influencer / yoga / life coach with 2% body fat and a whole bunch of trust fund money. But you won't need any of your inheritance at BlackRock, because guess what? It runs on a gift economy, where the only currency is body odor, existential crisis, non-FDA approved medicine, and borrowed Alan Watts quotes passed off as pseudo-intellectual original thoughts. You claim to find spiritual enlightenment by trading Bitcoin for bottled water with a topless mime, or bartering 3 hemp bracelets for an artisanal laxative. Yeah, that'll solve world hunger. Trust me, the world's better off not knowing what you'll do for a didgeridoo and a pack of vegan condoms. You're in a voluntary dust bowl, you idiot, with enough drugs to sedate the entire Warped Tour. All while thinking you're the next Dalai Lama just because you meditated in front of a 50-foot flaming effigy of a vagina. You leave the desert transformed, but the apartment your parents pay for hasn't changed a bit and still has dishes from last month's failed kombucha experiment. So farewell, you sand-cake Socrates wannabes. As you wander back from the desert half-baked and wholly unshowered, remember this: you're not Moses. And this is not the promised land. It's a sandbox for privileged adults with too much time and not enough goddamn common sense. So keep your burn. We got enough heat right here in studio. Bye-bye. Speaking of burns, somehow we burned both listeners who love and hate texting and driving.
Oh, boy.
We split the room. We got everybody. Half of us are in favor of the new no texting and driving law, while the other half assumes if they look over at a stoplight and don't see someone scrolling on their phone that person is up to something nefarious, whether it be smuggling drugs, arms, people, or all three. So here's a fond farewell to both sides of the argument. Text and drivers, your thumbs must be tired from digging your own graves one thimble full of dirt at a time. Hold the phone, or better yet, don't. Yeah, we're talking to you, text and drivers. You think you're multi-talented because you can drive with your knees while hunting for the perfect emoji. Well, newsflash, it's not a talent, it's a death wish. And trust us, no one's last word should be LOL or BRB, unless you believe in reincarnation, in which case BRB is hella hilarious. You're so good at multitasking, you think you can juggle your life, car, and phone all at the same time, but here's the kicker. The only thing you're really juggling is everyone else's safety, so congrats, you're not a multitasker, you're a multi-hazard.
Preach.
That's not your phone buzzing. That's the rumble strip under your tire. So stop digging in the floorboard for your iPhone, or better yet, just pull over. We realize you may have a match on Tinder, but you might just be swiping right into oncoming traffic. Which brings us to our next set of upset people, the thumbs downers. Farewell to the silent safety crusaders. Hey, if you've got your seatbelt fastened and your phone stashed, this one's for you. We're saying sayonara to the thumbs downers, the folks who despise texting and driving more than a vegan hates a hot dog eating contest. You get behind the wheel and treat your phone like it's radioactive waste. If it buzzes, you don't touch it without a hazmat suit and a 10-foot pole. You'd rather reach for a live snake in your glove compartment than a vibrating phone. And if someone texts you while you're driving, you send them an automatic go-to-hell reply message. Because in your world, a red receipt is basically a contract with the devil. So to your self-righteous road rulers and your text and driving haters and lovers, we say, TTYL. Up next, pirate dermatology victims.
Oh, no.
What?
During our blind date segment, I mentioned that it's not fun to find out that your matchmaker's idea of who is in your league is someone with an eye patch and a rashy skin condition. In hindsight, everyone deserves love, even a buccaneer with a bad case of scurvy. So let me say, ahoy to the skin-challenged swashbucklers out there. You've managed to combine the sexiness of eczema with the mystique of Blackbeard. You're not just walking the plank, you're scratching all the way down, and you look damn good doing it. You're the reason calamine lotion now comes in a Jolly Roger edition. Your skincare routine consists of sea spray, orange peels, and cannonball grease, and your ideal mate is a first mate. Someone who won't judge your parrot, your patchy eye, or your patchy complexion. So I hope you'll forgive us and still hoist the weirdo flag, but if not, avast ye scurvy scallywags, ye ship has sailed from these Rizz waters.
Well done.
While we're on the subject of things we find in the water, seal zealots, a love that knows no ceiling. All right, buckle up, Seal super fans, because we offended you in the same damn segment when we said that a bad blind date might look like the R&B singer Seal. Oh, no. This blatant disregard for the music legends made some of you get a little crazy, and we're all a little crazy. Well, I, for one, think Seal should forgive us. He once wrote a hit called If It's On My Mind, It's On My Face, and during the blind date segment, his face was on our mind. So I think he would understand. We're not saying Seal isn't a hot guy. We're just saying his face looks like a topographical map of the Swiss Alps.
He married Heidi Klum.
You guys are more obsessed with Seal than a real seal is with fish, and let's be honest, at least the seal gets dinner out of the deal. We get it. You've listened to Kiss from a Rose so much that the Rose had to file a restraining order. Look, I could go on and on about this, but there's only so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. So, if you feel like you need to fly like an eagle away from our show, all we can say is bye 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 bye. Oh, nice. And finally, temp tag narcs. Exit stage right and take your binoculars with you. Some of you were upset when we chastised the new temp tag counter-terrorism unit in St. Charles. Ah, yes, the license plate snitches. You're the neighborhood watch if the neighborhood was exclusively focused on license plates instead of, actual crime. You stalk the roads like a discount Batman armed with nothing but your keen eyes and inflated moral compass that points directly at the DMV. Who's your arch nemesis? Someone whose registration expired in 2015. You don't just read license plates, you interpret them. You got the DMV on speed dial and you think reporting a late registration renewal is your civic duty right up there with voting and sorting your recyclables. But let's be real. You're not a hero. You're annoying. You don't make the roads safer, you just make them more irritating. So goodbye, license plate snitches. Take your pocket-sized binoculars and your expired sense of self-importance and scoot on out of here. Which brings me to our actual RIP. This is a toughie. We lost Bob Barker.
Oh, yeah.
We lost Bob, and we didn't get to acknowledge it last week, so RIP to the man who's been getting more pets spayed and neutered than the Humane Society itself. He hosted The Price is Right and was welcomed into our homes and got more grandma's panties wet than probably anybody in human history.
That's right.
He was a good man, and the best game show host of all time, and maybe had the best tan in history.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Great hair.
Stellar
Great
tan.
hair. Great hair.
Great hair, too.
Great hair, great tan, tiny microphone.
Tiny microphone.
I hope he's up there in heaven interviewing people in line with St. Pete with his tiny little microphone. And as a caveat of Bob Barker passing away, I would like to add a special segment to in memoriam this week of people I wish would go away.
what? No.
Whoa.
I know. Over 450 people who all emailed us that Bob got as close to 100 as he could get without going over by dying at 99. You didn't make up that joke. Let it go. You saw it on Twitter. You thought of it, and you emailed it to us.
Yes.
You didn't make it up, buddy. Let it go. Or go away. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam, brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. All right, we'll take a break. Comedian Jay Pharoah's going to be here soon. We got your Friday fail stories up next. And just to kind of lead it off, just kind of a fail extra. Headline, hospitalizations for foreign objects stuck in people's rectums are on the rise.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an
Been there, brother.
epidemic.
All right, 8/12. June 20. All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, whew, man, that plan went completely sideways.
Yes.
And it became an Uber.
What?
An Ultra.
Oh, no.
Dare I say it,
Don't
Scott?
you dare.
Dare I say it? Mega. Here we go.
Failed.
Awesome, guys. Ooh, man.
It's a DLR fail.
It could have been our best ever.
You sounded great, boss.
Thank you. Friday Fail Story is sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So I'll start with kind of a fail extra here. Nearly 4,000 people are hospitalized with foreign objects in their rectum each year.
Oh, God.
Say that number again.
Sounds like success.
Nearly 4,000 people are hospitalized with foreign objects in their rectums each year. And that's according to a new study published last month in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine, with many of those stuck items, sexual objects.
You know, I feel like there's like one of those old umpires, just like, you know, the little metal, it's like a metal circle and has a little boop, just a little clicker, little counter. I feel like there's one of those sitting in a drawer in every doctor's office or every emergency room.
Here's another one.
Every time they pull out a Matchbox car or whatever the heck is in there,
I can
they
vouch.
go,
It's a keister clicker.
I can vouch.
I worked in the OR at Carbondale Hospital for a few years when I got out of the Army. And the nurses talk down in the ER, and we would hear, like, a guy came in, he had a potato stuck, you know. Like,
Well,
always
They
something.
grow great there.
Researchers at the University of Rochester in New York decided to analyze emergency reports from 2012 to 2021. This study, said to be the first nationally representative data on rectal foreign bodies in the U.S., found 38,948 emergency department visits based on 885 cases in this time period among party poopers older than 15. So researchers scoured the National Electronic Injury Surveillance System for injuries involving, quote, the pubic region or lower trunk with an accompanying diagnosis of foreign body puncture or laceration.
Goodness.
So of these reported cases, the average age of a patient visiting the emergency room with something stuck up there, 43 years old.
Your people.
Most are men. Nearly 78% of the patients were men.
I'm shocked.
Over half of the foreign bodies were sexual objects, which could include like vibrators, tushy beads, or other toys.
Mm-hmm.
Balls and marbles, as well as drugs, were associated with a lower rate of hospitalization.
This is magnet fishing in a whole new way.
My gosh. Marbles.
And
lost my
the
marbles.
problem is getting worse. Like so as the research time went on, so more people every year are getting things stuck up there and going to the hospital.
Aren't people
because of it.
hearing about this and going, all right, maybe I won't stick that up there this year?
Yeah, you know what they hear? They go, 4,000, that's not a lot. I think I
not
got
me.
good chances.
That's not
So out of the 4,300 to do this, that's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a small batting average.
Well, they went into some more of the unusual. If this is not unusual itself, more of the unusual cases they had.
All right. This is our favorite part.
In April, the Visual Journal of Emergency Surgery reported that a man had to be rushed into emergency surgery after getting a can of deodorant stuck up there.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Axe?
gets rid of that smell.
Air it extra dry.
Isn't that like Axe deodorant is
Cool.
a circular can?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Air,
be careful.
air
with
cans
aluminum.
are like a can of Barbasol.
Hey,
And my favorite, last year, a French senior citizen left doctors, quote unquote, shell shocked
Oui.
when he arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his rectum.
I love history.
Ah. Oh, baby.
Whoa.
Don't toot. Don't
They
toot.
said it caused the
Vintage.
hospital to be evacuated.
And his bowels.
Bet.
I'm sorry, Meemaw, we got to wheel you out of here.
Can you explain what that was again? Like what? Give me the.
A World War I artillery shell.
I need
Rear
to
of the
know.
breach, face the breach. Lock and load.
Oh, yes. This is quite
Fire.
phallic.
Shell going in. You got to have a ram to get those into
Yeah.
the gun. Imagine what it takes to get them
Up there.
elsewhere.
That's ridiculous.
That's an epidemic.
Dude, this
An
is.
epidemic.
This looks like a rocket.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is
Starts easy.
Whatever you do sexually in your bedroom, it's fine.
Yeah, we're not.
Hey,
Hey,
whatever.
We're not yucking your yum.
Maybe draw the line at a 155 howitzer shell.
In my mind, I always laugh at the moment that it gets stuck. Like when they realize they can't get it out.
Ron in the chat says he was just trying to blow up the toilet.
I'll show you, Cheryl.
It's that moment where they can't retrieve the object they put up there.
And it's the walk to the car to get to the emergency room, too, for me.
And how long do they wait?
Yeah. And okay, I'm trying. I can't. Do you call a friend?
Yeah, do we phone a friend first?
Daryl, you got to come over because I can't get this thing out.
Just imagine the guy on the bomb squad's first day on the job. He's finally got some action.
In the big suit.
He goes, what is it? Is it like a terrorist? Or like, not exactly. Well, what is it? Is it like, did somebody like leave a suspicious package outside of a government building? Or like, you're getting warmer, but it's inside.
It's an inside job.
And he's in there like, they're like wiping sweat off his brow.
Man,
I can't remember which wire to cut.
The brown one. That guy you call is going to be about to be your best friend or your most previous friend.
What went through the guy's head? I'm assuming he's at home, right?
Yeah.
Let's just assume that he wasn't out.
Well, most likely
That he wasn't trying to smuggle it out of a museum, that he was like at home and he's like, what could I put up there today? Let's see. Wooden spoon? No, thank you. Shampoo bottle? Nah.
Bit much.
Too stereotypical. Oh, I do have this collectible active World War I artillery shell just laying around. Today's the day.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
You put on music.
You put on AC/DC's Big Guns.
Well, and then
Big Guns!
like, are these people, and I mean it, like...
Now, what do you mean by these people?
Do they,
Yeah.
when they
French.
decide that they're going to stick something up there, are they like, they don't want to go to like a Patricia's and find things that actually have a base that are safe to put up there?
Yeah, with a string. At least put a string on it.
Yeah,
Right.
a
Can
retrieval string.
Can we just start putting strings
No,
on
it's
things?
when that stuff is not enough. Like, these are sexual deviants.
And they also don't want to be embarrassed.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, they don't want to be embarrassed. And here we are.
All right, next. So that's a little headline, not headline news. Friday Phil story.
You know what I wish. I wish you had this stat with every one of those stories. How many minutes? I want to know how many
till
minutes
you call.
until you called or decided to step out of the house and make a make a route for the hospital. But I want to know the minutes.
And I also want to know if anyone's ever actually said, like, well, I did this on purpose, because it's always, I fell.
There's always a story going around. It could be urban legend, but this was communicated to me as a fact in the hospital, that there's like the gerbil play.
Yeah. Richard
Like
Gere,
the
right?
Richard Gere gerbil play. That's a thing. And that in order to get the gerbil in, they take a paper towel roll and a long grill lighter, and they chase the gerbil with a flame.
I always thought that was an urban legend.
Maybe, but this guy that came in supposedly
gerbils.
chasing the gerbil in, ignited the methane pocket, and then he became just basically a mortar shell that got shot out. And I'm like, dude, how do you go in to the ER and lie about that? Be like, well, sir, you have singed your entire ass, and this man's eyebrows are burned off. Could you tell us what happened? Be like, it's the craziest story.
A British guy, 25-year-old Liam Brown, pled guilty this week to sexual penetration with a living animal and causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal during a hearing in court this week. So this reportedly all stems from an incident last summer when Liam was caught red-handed doing the deed with a young calf on a farm in the town of Burton.
Wait, Quincy?
No.
No, they're horses, Scott. Apparently, he fell victim to some booby traps set up by the farmers. You see, the landowners say they'd suspected for a while that their cows were being abused, so they installed a bunch of alarms, surveillance cameras to catch whoever was having sex with livestock in the dead of the night. Eventually, Liam crept onto the property, triggered the system, was caught. Worst part is, they know this guy from years ago. And the farmers told the court that members of Liam's family had actually been employed by them several years ago, so they were familiar with Liam since childhood, it seems. As for how prosecutors were able to prove it was Liam beyond a reasonable doubt, well, DNA. The report says samples from the cow were collected and they matched his profile. Liam was reportedly sobbing at court. He will be sentenced next month.
Man.
Fail.
You mentioned that Richard Gere thing, and I just think of Richard Gere going, guys, stop.
Stop it with this.
Stop,
please.
Stop it with this.
Dribble.
It's not
in
real.
my name. Do you know the whole origin from that?
I do. I just imagine him turning around and going, "That's Chicago."
You do know the origin? It's like the
Urban legend.
Yeah, the urban legend is that
yeah.
Sylvester Stallone started that rumor because they couldn't get along on a movie.
That's true. They fired Richard Gere from that movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
What movie was that?
Oh, something in the 70s. It was that.
It wasn't Saturday Night Fever 2,
No,
was
no,
it?
no. It's
No.
it's something called. Hang on, I'll find it.
The movie came out. They
Lords of the Flatbush.
Oh, Lords of Flatbush, yeah. Yeah. A confrontation this week at a family dollar store in Clearwater, Florida, resulted in the arrest of an armed man. His weapon, a lollipop. Cops say that 24-year-old Dalton Reed was in line waiting to check out. When he got into it with the store manager, things escalated. Dalton threw the lollipop at the manager, hitting him in the chest. He'll be fine. Dalton arrested for simple battery. That's not where the fail comes in. Cops tacked on a possession of drug paraphernalia because during a post-arrest search, crack pipe in his pockets.
That's no
Fail.
That's no mine.
Oops.
Oh, I got one of those stories coming up. A 30-year-old guy named Rashad McGriff arrested in Vero Beach, Florida on Tuesday after attacking his ex-girlfriend for making fun of his tiny junk. She's 42, so 12 years older than him. They have 3 kids together, so his tiny junk does work. But she's sued him multiple times for not paying child support. Now, it sounds like she intentionally tried to wind him up on Monday by texting him a photo of another guy's junk and telling him his was much smaller.
Oh.
So instead of texting her back, she says he showed up at the house around midnight and attacked her. She had a bloody nose when cops got there, so she told the cops he grabbed her by the neck, punched her in the face. He was already gone by then, but they tracked him down. He's facing battery burglary charges. Here's the irony, and here's the big fail. Now everyone knows about his tiny junk.
That is true.
Failed.
A man from Melbourne, Florida, arrested after he unsuccessfully robbed a Wendy's in a bank last Tuesday. Daniel Gibbs walked into Wendy's, approached an employee behind the counter. He displayed what employees thought was a gun in his waistband, demanded cash from the register. The employee became frozen with fear and could not comply with Daniel's demands. That's when another employee, who didn't know what was happening, approached the counter. Daniel turned around and walked out of the restaurant. The first employee then collapsed into the second employee's arms. Daniel made his way into a bank in Palm Bay, allegedly committed a second attempted robbery. That also was a fail. When he was arrested, he had a large sheathed knife, what deputies believe was in Daniel's waistband at the time of the robberies.
Failed.
Whoops. I don't know if there's a drug dealing for dummies book, but this should be in it. 46-year-old drug dealer, Pennsylvania, Alan Phelan, arrested on Friday. And the person who tipped him off was Alan Phelan. The police say Alan called them to his apartment. He said somebody broke into his place by smashing a window. When the cops got there, they couldn't find any evidence that somebody actually got in. They asked him if anything was missing. So he said, police, yeah, come on in, have a look around. The problem was Alan's drugs and paraphernalia just sitting out in plain sight.
Oh, man.
They found fentanyl, meth, marijuana, prescription meds that he didn't have prescriptions for, also baggies and glass vials, facing a slew of charges for possession with intent to deliver.
Failed.
I like that one.
Now, there are people who create elaborate schemes for robbing banks. And then there's this guy who had zero plan. 56-year-old guy in Trumbull, Connecticut, Robert Withington, has been charged with larceny after he saw a bag of money outside a bank a couple months ago, picked it up, and just walked away with it. It was a bank deposit bag with the bank's insignia, and the money was accidentally dropped by an employee of Trumbull's tax collector's office.
What? So it had the dollar sign on it? Like,
Yes, there was about $5,000 inside.
holy cow.
The police investigated, determined that Robert had taken it. He later admitted that he was at the bank, he saw the bag, walked off with it. He said he figured it was, quote, finders keepers.
Those are the
And
rules.
he had no obligation
It was
to
one of
return.
those. It was one of those darn Beagle Boys from DuckTales.
And that might work for like a $20 bill on the sidewalk, which could have been dropped by anybody, but the bag clearly belonged to the bank. And there were documents inside that showed the money was from tax funds, from the town. So he'd be going to jail.
Finders keepers.
Failed.
Had a big dollar sign on it.
Yeah.
Huh?
What is the limit there? Is there a limit? Is there a legal limit? Like if I found a 20 on a baseball field like I did when I was like 8.
I actually
I
agree
looked
with this
around, I was
guy.
like, is this a trick? $20.
Oh, you're with the finders
rich.
keepers?
I'm the luckiest man on earth. What is the finders keepers rule? Let's
That's a good defense.
I don't think there is one.
Hey, finders keepers, Your Honor.
I think if you find a wallet and there's money in it, you don't keep any of that money. But if you find a $20 or $100 bill just blowing in the wind, that's
Okay.
yours, and you just
Yeah,
take
they-
it
or
and
if you
run.
find a bag
What if I found a rubber band and I'm talking like 10 grand in a rubber band in the woods?
That's yours.
I mean, it's probably yours because there's no way to track down the owner.
Right.
Like this was a
what,
bank
what,
bag.
what's my legal responsibility?
That's a good question. I
Because
don't know.
also, is
Yeah.
it marked from the bank and all this, and you use it?
Because they tell you, if you turn it in at the police station, no one recovers it in X amount of time. You get it, but I don't know if I'd take 10 G's in a rubber band from the forest floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get it in 28 days if no one claims it. Wink. And the cops are having a nice big party on that 28th day.
Well, and finally, your Friday fail stories. A man was arrested at the airport in Vegas after TSA officials said they found cocaine in his luggage. Dude had an excuse. So on August 20th, TSA at Harry Reid International Airport found 6 plastic wrap packages hidden within clothes in the luggage belonging to Mark Washington. The report stated Mark Washington was on an airplane bound for Cleveland just after 11 p.m. According to the report, Washington said he was unaware of any illegal items inside his suitcase because his friend packed his bag for him.
Oh, that's
not mine.
That's not mine.
I don't know. All these drugs?
I didn't know about
That's
that.
I didn't know. I didn't,
Another
I don't-
great finders keepers defense. But
Yeah.
you found it. It's yours. Finders keepers.
16 pounds of cocaine.
Dang.
That's not mine.
That's not mine.
That's not. I didn't even know that was in there.
16 pounds of cocaine. That's not mine.
Where do you
lot of
hide
cocaine.
16 pounds? In the lining.
Unbelievably, cops did not believe the cocaine wasn't his
They're
and that a
getting
friend packed the bag.
Well,
Yeah, he's been charged with trafficking as well as an additional charge of transporting a controlled substance. 16 pounds.
Failed.
The good news for his record, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Nope,
so
nope.
he's fine.
Going to jail
Oh.
for a long time. And those are your Friday fail stories. Scott, is our guest here yet?
Not that I've been made aware of.
All right, well, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon's got some of your emails, and we'll wait for Jay Pharoah to get here. And maybe he'll help us give away some tickets later. We'll play, I don't know, stupid, silly game with him. See what happens. So it's Labor Day weekend, a holiday that's been around for hundreds of years, but still doesn't have a decent candy tradition, which maybe we need to start that. I don't know.
Okay.
There's no Labor Day candies, are there?
Yeah, you could do a Labor Day, like a s'mores. I feel like a lot of people are going to have like a bonfire this weekend, like a barbecue or maybe a bonfire because the weather's going to be nice.
Yeah, the weather's going to be gorgeous.
So roast up the marshmallows. Get it started.
Maybe. So the origins of Labor Day can be traced back to 1882 when 10,000 workers assembled in New York City for a parade. 12 years later, Congress made the first Monday in September a federal holiday. The 40-hour work week became an official thing back in 1940. In the decades prior, it was common for Americans to work 12-hour days. 61% of Americans say they plan to grill at some point this weekend. According to the most recent numbers, Americans consume 818 hot dogs every second from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Whoa.
So that hot dog scarfing pace is about to cool off for the winter. When we plan to all, eat healthier again, at least until Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
800 a
You know,
second.
so
818 hot dogs every second from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah, it's just binge season. As you mentioned, we're going to try to get healthier, except for the bingiest of bingy holidays that there are.
January to like March is the only month span that we have to like be healthy. Because you start the year off.
Yeah, which is like the time that everybody's dragging. They're like, ugh. Except for in January when people are all making their 2-week resolutions.
Absolutely.
No, I figured during the winter months we wear baggier clothes, so we don't really care.
Yep.
No.
Hibernate.
Got to get that winter fat on there. I'm working on it.
What do you think the official food of Labor Day is?
Is it a brat?
Probably hot dog and hamburgers.
Yeah, it's got to be fast food just because.
Potato
Memorial
salad?
Day too? Same? Do they share that?
Memorial
Does
Day is-
one favor something
Maybe
over
we'll
the
give
other?
It's gotta be hot dogs.
hamburgers to Labor Day. We'll give hot dogs to Memorial Day.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy.
All right.
I
The emails are coming in now.
obviously would throw pork steak in the ring, but that's a regional.
Tater tots are over here going, what about me? I'm here both times.
Tater tots?
Potato
Oh,
salad.
for sure, dude.
Tater tots are not like a barbecue
They are at our
staple.
place. They are at our
Really?
place. Yeah,
How do you
man.
cook them on the grill?
Yeah, throw them in the oven. No, so see, the grill is for the kebabs, all the stuff, the corn and all that, but there's always tater tots in the oven.
See, in order for it to be a barbecue food, it needs to be able to sit out.
Okay, good point. I guess tater tots.
Tater tots, once
Right
they go
out.
cold, right out.
Yeah, yeah. Not
Get
even
those
worth-
outta here.
Although I will say, if you're in a pinch and you have to reheat them, you air fry.
Oh, yeah, fry 'em, yeah.
Because they will reheat and somewhat crisp
Although-
up. It's not the same, but it's as close as you're going to get.
Could I make this argument? I do feel like a lot of county, regional, state fairs happen on Labor Day weekend. Is fair food the official Labor Day food?
Funnel cake?
Funnel cake, corn dog,
Corn dog.
lemon shake-ups.
Yes.
Yeah, but if we're talking universal,
I feel
like
like
stuff we could do at home,
Yeah, okay.
How do you make a corn dog at home? I've never researched.
it's almost like pancake batter.
Yeah, you get that
Yeah.
batter and you just dip and go.
You know what? Like a gourmet homemade corn dog could be pretty good.
You got to have the fryer, though. Do you have a fryer?
You gotta have a fryer.
Well, you could just get a pan of oil going, just fry it up
Yeah.
that way.
Pain in the ass.
Oh, I'm not sure you could do that with the
You
with
can
the
put it
goo,
sideways.
with the goo.
No, you gotta dip. You gotta dip.
Really?
Yeah, because you're
I think you could just wrap a hot dog in a pancake, spot weld it.
yeah.
Good idea,
Come
too.
over to your house.
That counts.
That does
Yeah.
count.
That's a Missouri corn dog. We'll call it.
That's right. Missouri style corn dog.
It does.
Very different than the New
That does
Jersey
count.
style corn dog. I would like to add.
That does count. So a lot of people are traveling. If you're one of them, man, it's gonna be busy out there on the roads. As usual for holiday weekends, the best times to travel by car and avoid traffic are early in the morning before 11 a.m. Tonight the roads could be busy until 9, as everyone is looking to get the hell out of Dodge.
Not me. I'm staying home all weekend. Get me out. Leave me alone for a couple of days.
If you're willing to cut the weekend short, the road should be clear most of Sunday. But if you're waiting until Monday, the best times to drive are before 10 a.m. or after 7 p.m. 47% of people are not planning to travel this weekend and will relax at home. Me being one of them.
Ditto.
So, all right, Moon, let's get to some emails if we got them ready to go. Rizz Show at 1057thepoint.com.
Absolutely. Your emails are brought to you by Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes. No box too big or too small. Big Dick's does them all. Hey, just wanted to reach out and say I saw Moon at the DMV. Took a picture with him. Such a cool dude. But I forgot to mention that my nephew was the one that put Rizz's son down on a check in the KC tournament. Wish I remembered to tell him that. So it sounds like your family has a nemesis family. And
Oh, yeah?
it just happens to be his. Yeah.
Okay, well, bring it this season.
Yeah. See, I guess your son got checked in this gnarly
Probably.
tournament over in KC.
A lot of checking going on.
A lot of checking. Solid 3 out of 5 stars, and I mean that. Best radio show ever.
Boy, I tell you what, yesterday was the day they released the teams for the Chesterfield Falcons, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, because people make different
after
teams.
the tryouts, yeah, there's different
like the
levels.
A, there's the B,
the
there's
A's and the B's, and
Aye. Those tough days.
tough days. A lot of parents waiting and refreshing their web browsers, looking for those teams to be put out.
Yeah.
So, but the boy made the team he wanted to make, so
Good.
very proud of
That's
him.
wonderful.
See you in KC. Jerks. Next.
Speaking of KC, I live in the St. Louis area, and I'm going to Kansas City, Missouri for the first time in October. I was wondering if you guys had specific barbecue places that you would suggest going to downtown. I know Kansas City is known for the barbecue, but obviously being from the St. Louis area, I'm accustomed to having extremely good barbecue. So I don't want to be let down by choosing a mediocre place. Thanks in advance. Happy birthday, Rizz. That's from Matt.
In KC?
In KC.
So we went to Jack Stack's, which was great.
Jack
That's
Stacks
great.
was awesome.
Jack Stacks is good, dude.
Was it Q39 we went to last time?
That sounds familiar. It was Q something.
Is it Q39?
Q and a number.
That I don't know. Tina would know all the jams. Arthur Bryant's obviously is a staple.
Q39 we went to last time. Excellent. Excellent. That's where we got all those burnt ends.
That place was dope. That was kind of what you're looking for more. Jack Stack's was like a real nice restaurant, almost like a Sam's Steakhouse kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
Q39 was different.
Oh man, Jay Pharoah just ran in here.
Oh man, you messed up the element of surprise.
Just pounced in.
I literally, I turned around and there's Jay Pharoah
Hey
just
man,
sitting in front of me.
I hear what y'all was talking about on the edge, gerbils and all types of stuff.
Right,
I was like, good
right.
God.
I was like, hey.
Oh, you heard that, huh?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard all
you
your
heard
sick
that.
fetishes. I heard them all.
Well, the man got a World War I artillery shell, stuck up there.
He got a what?
A World War I artillery shell stuck up his.
A what?
On purpose.
How? How do you
Artillery
do?
shell.
He was popping himself with a shell.
No, he just fell
yeah.
on it. Oops.
Yeah, he fell on it. All right, that's how.
See, my whole thing is, at what point do you go, I'm in trouble, and I need to call for help?
The moment you decide to put a shell up your ass.
That's actually good advice.
I think when you have that thought, I think it's time to talk to somebody.
As my good friend Carl Lewis would say,
Yo, you have any Herschel Walker?
I don't. I got Carl Lewis. I also have people in the Maury Povich crowd when they find out somebody's not the father.
Oh, it's a celebration. There's a cake. There's streamers. There's a pinata.
Jay, nice to see you, man.
Good
This is
to
your
see
second
you.
time on the show.
Yeah.
Welcome back to St. Louis.
Hey, I'm here, baby. We here. We right here. We in the building. I'm not gonna do that. Like,
No.
right her. Or
Right
there.
her.
Like, come on, we ain't gotta do that. Come on now. No, everybody doesn't talk like that. They're white people here. Everybody doesn't talk like that. Does everybody?
Like that? Right
do you
there,
say
right
right?
her?
Right here.
You do. Oh, you want? Oh,
You can sit down
wait.
right here.
Right here.
Wait, oh, y'all do
This
say
is
that.
St. Louis.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, snap! I thought it was just a.
Just Nelly.
I
or
thought it was
Chingy?
just Nelly. I thought
No,
Nelly and
it is
Chingy
just
was
Nelly.
was just representing. I didn't know
Nelly,
that.
Chingy, and 3 of the St. Lunatics.
Did not.
So that's it.
There's 3. I didn't know it was ubiquitous with the Caucasians as well. That's
Oh.
crazy.
No, we don't really say that. No,
No, we don't.
No, y'all don't. Okay, I thought so.
No. We're just
Like,
pulling your leg.
Just like it. Just like if you go to New York, the black slang and the way they're gonna be different.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? They're like, hey, how you doing? And black people are like, yo, get that fatty. It's different. You know what I mean?
Right, sit right there.
Yeah, right, her.
We
right.
staying at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because that's what we doing. Snoop Dogg's there, Ludacris.
Really?
They're all in the closet. They're in the closet with girls. We're having a great time.
Oh my God.
I'm really painting the video picture. If you haven't seen it so long, it's been so long. That song came out in 2003, 4. Jesus, 19 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Just notice how old I was. That's
Yeah,
freaking
sorry.
crazy. No, it's fine.
It's got real in here.
I'm younger than
Just
everybody. It's
just
cool.
got real.
Younger than everybody in here. It's cool.
How old are
I
you?
think so. I'm 35.
You are younger than everybody
I
here.
thought so.
Dang.
You're good.
I walked
You're a
in like,
baby.
yeah, I'm the.
I'm actually 27. I've had a very hard life.
I mean, you're white. I would believe it if there's a lot of them. A lot of y'all, some people, some white folks age pretty well, but other ones, the majority.
Yeah, we're not
so
aging
true.
well in this
No,
room. No.
y'all look all right.
Morning radio has really taken a toll.
I've seen, Mitch McConnell's only 23.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yo, nah, F that. Nah, Mitch McConnell is 250.
Yeah, it looks about that. And it looks like a turtle, too.
He does like a turtle. And I don't know why nobody's talking about the fact he keeps freezing up because he sees the Grim Reaper. That's what he sees.
There he is.
Yeah, man.
He's like, the Grim Reaper's like, you got 2 weeks. It's like a notice. It's like a 2 weeks notice.
Maybe if he just clams up, it's almost like the Grim Reaper wouldn't notice he's there.
No,
That's why he just
he
clams up.
next. He on deck. I can tell.
he's on deck.
He on deck, man.
The upper room.
He's next.
So the Grim Reaper's in the audience just pointing at him.
Yeah.
He's just like this.
You better
Hey,
stand still, Mitch.
hey, man, 2 weeks.
You're
Enjoy
next.
it. I hope you got your paperwork in order, brother.
You're next.
That's
Every
you
time
next.
he freezes up, he looks like he's pooped himself. That's the first thing that I go and
don't
think
care.
about.
Think he
Listen, I
pooped
don't-
himself?
Yeah.
I just
I
think
don't
that.
care what political persuasion you are.
I think-
it's sad.
It's
like you
sad.
said, I got like sad.
I think his childhood memories of owning slaves run through his head.
Goodness.
He's been here since 18, 19. He's been here a while. He's been here a while. What do you mean? Wait. Hey, he's been here a while.
What's the first sign of getting old?
The first sign of getting old, if you sit on the toilet too long, your legs and your feet fall asleep. Has that happened?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yes, of course that's happened.
Already.
It's happened to me, so I'm sure it's happened to y'all.
No, I think when your testicles hit the water, that's the.
Yeah, well, it happened long ago.
My head, the head of my joint just is sitting in, like it go and the water just like when you flush the toilet, it just splooshes it, you know. And I'm like,
What a difficult
do I
time.
have
Go on, just keep talking.
like do I have?
You have to get a higher toilet seat.
Yeah, I do. I need a higher.
You need a booster toilet
I
seat?
do
Prince
need a
Charles
booster
has
toilet seat. Nah, because you know when y'all know what I'm
No,
talking
I don't
about.
know.
No, none of us know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about. God, dude.
That's why I'm bringing it up. You know when you're sitting there and it just
You
drops.
can't even get it tucked under the seat. It's annoying.
And the water just hits you. It just splashes your head. It just goes over, and you're like, "Yo, do I got like turd water on my D-head now?" That's what I be thinking.
Yeah.
I guess it's just me.
Cannot relate.
Okay.
That's a new fragrance from Dior. Turd water.
Turd water. Just a little
water.
here, a little here,
Turd water from
a little here.
First sign of getting old for me is losing the shoe game.
The shoe game?
As soon as you give up on cool shoes. And if
Well,
I
like
remember
you
last
start wearing
time,
Rockports and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I got Hokas, so I mean I'm there. I got
kind of shoes you
Hokas
wearing right now?
He does have Hokas on
Last
right
time
now,
you were here,
dude.
you
My
had.
feet are messed up. Huh?
Last time you were here, you had some badass shoes.
Yeah,
Badass.
yeah. They're in my
That's 35,
suitcase.
dude.
They're in my suit.
That's
I
a
wear
35
them.
move.
This is a 35 move. I wear
Nothing
these
wrong
the
with it.
majority of the time
wearing,
because corns hurt. I don't like that.
Kizicks. These Kizicks, you don't have to bend over to tie them. You can just slip your foot in them.
You're cool.
See?
That's truly
That's,
giving
word.
us.
that's the first sign of getting old.
Yeah, when you
pop-ins.
don't want to tie your shoes laces
just slip
anymore.
in.
That's how you know.
I don't got to bend over.
Back of the shoes are collapsible. You can just pop in.
Y'all remember being a kid was so much better, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Being a kid was so much better. Your parents paid your bills. You could jerk off in secret. It was a good. It was dope. I mean, now your neighbors they got freaking binoculars. What are you doing? I'm jerking off, Melba. Like what? Are you,
We'll just say Joe. We'll just say Joe.
Joe?
We
Okay.
abbreviate.
We'll just say Joe.
We're abbreviators here. in
Yeah,
St.
we're
Louis.
abbreviators here on the station.
We'll say Joe, right her.
We'll say Joe, right her.
Oh, I can't
no,
say
it's
that.
fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I mean, I kind of got the impression from hearing about the
artillery
German.
strike.
Preaching to the choir, I got dumped 3 times earlier in the week. And I'm on
Lord.
the show.
Oh, hey, it's
We
fine.
dance around it.
Yo, y'all
Oh, dance.
remember? Wait, you remember in school? You remember ringworm? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Ringworm.
Yo, that was like,
My mom
that was
used to
like
worm
the
us.
ST. Yo, that was the.
She hide it in the iced tea.
What?
Just ringworm medicine.
She
Like
had
a dog.
ringworm medicine. I thought she
Yeah.
would say she had
thought she was
ringworm
giving
and
you ringworm.
iced tea. I was like,
No,
yo,
she give
Oh,
us worm
never-
medicine and
We had
just not
Lipton
tell
in
us
our
at the
house.
beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
for ringworm or for are you talking about pinworms or ringworms?
Ringworm, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Them little
That's
circles.
from having no shoe game,
What a
right? That's from like
ringworm?
being around
Ringworm is
barefoot and
fungus.
stuff.
It's
I
a
mean,
fungus.
you could get it a few ways. You could get it from walking around barefoot. You can get it from
Gerbils?
Gerbils.
No,
Get it from
no, let's
walking
leave it.
around around dirty people, lice. And there was so much stuff when you was a kid. Oh, I want to catch lice.
We talked about that last week.
yeah.
Was the
Talk
lice
about
checks?
Yeah.
Like in school, where they'd line you up in the gym.
Oh yeah.
And they'd make you go behind the curtain.
And you
The
knew
nurse
who
was
had
there
it.
with-
You knew
the
who
nurse
had it
was there
because they
with
were just sitting there scratching it. They just wouldn't stop scratching it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, they didn't come out.
You'd be like, "Ooh, Mary got it. She got it."
Yeah, they go behind the curtain and not come out.
Yeah, yeah. And you
you
get
knew.
and you like, oh, yup. we got a licer.
Come to school with your head shaved.
All the school parents were like handing around the lice shampoo, like, "Oh, Kevin
Yeah.
had it last week. Here,
Yeah, they
try
should.
This.
They should be ashamed of themselves because it starts at home. So if you got lice, you probably have a dirty house. If you get it, if you start the infestation, that bed bugs, all that. See, we ain't have to
see.
worry about that. This is why This is why a lot of black parents don't let their kids go over people's houses unless they know everybody at the house. You got to know the mom, the dad, the gardener. You got to know everybody before you go over there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, and you sleep on the wrong pillowcase, you will come back with a galaxy on your face.
A new civilization.
Yeah, I'm saying because they look circular, so it's a galaxy. I remember
Yeah,
this
dude.
one chick, she had it on her arm. She had the joint on her arm, and she was like waving it.
Is it is it actual worm?
Weaponized
Yeah,
ringworm,
it's like
dude.
I mean, it's
not
just
a worm.
it's bacteria.
It's fungus.
It's fungus, but it has a life. It spores. It releases eggs.
Blah.
It eggs.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, it eggs.
I don't want no eggs on my arm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you indeed. Hey, you were up in Chicago last week and you did your special.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you pick Chicago?
Chicago, man, because it's just the energy, man. I mean, I could have shot it. I could have shot it here. I could have shot it anywhere, but Chi-Town is always given that that raw energy. And if it's good, they're gonna crack up and laugh. You gotta bring it. That's why.
What
I
venue?
want to challenge myself too. I did it at the Den in Chicago.
The Den
Theater.
Great venue.
Yeah.
So you filmed it.
Filmed it, saw it. It's great.
How long does it take from the time you shoot it to the time it comes out?
It just depends on how. I mean, I'm in the driver's seat on this one because I put my own money up for it. I'm doing it with 800-pound gorilla, but yeah, but
company.
it just takes.
Love those guys.
Yeah, it takes about six weeks, and then after that, it's all contingent on your response time. If you're on watching your stuff and you're giving notes, they can get back quickly.
Right.
But so you'll say probably like a month and a half, and it will be finished.
Do you do a couple shows and put them together?
I did a couple of shows, but the second show was just I was in the upper room. On
No
the second
cuts,
show.
man. Just straight through.
We can run that. We can run it. There might be a couple of things I probably want to save, but besides that, I did an hour and 30 on the second one, and on the first one, I think I did like $105 or something.
Are you putting it up on the 800-pound website, or are you gonna try and shop it?
I think we're gonna try to shop it. At first, I was just for putting it on YouTube myself. I didn't care. I was like, yo, I've seen so many people do that. Matt Rice, shout out to him. Sam Morrill, shout out to him. Ali Sadiq, shout out to him. I think Louis did it. Shout out to him. So there's been so many people that have been successful that way. So I was like,
you don't got to wait for Netflix or HBO to pick it up. You can just do it yourself.
Yeah,
and you can see your metrics too, man, which is cool. You can see who's watching it. Like you put it on Netflix, sometimes they don't tell you. You don't know if it's being seen.
I mean, but it's being seen because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a feather in your cap always of like, you got a Netflix special, which is great.
You're Yankee Doodle. Yeah.
But it's good to own your own stuff, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
back in the day, it was getting your own HBO special was the. Now, I don't think it matters anymore. You just want to get the most eyes on it.
You got to listen. If it's a good product, people will watch it.
People are going to watch it.
If it's trash, nobody's going to talk about it. But they going to talk about this one.
All right, Jay Pharoah's here. He's at Helium Comedy Club. A show tonight, 7:30. Tomorrow, 7:30 and 10. Sunday, 7 o'clock. Scott, if you would load up the phones, will you play a little game with us?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's the game? Wait. Hold on.
Are you?
Good question.
It involves an artillery shell.
It don't involve no jerk. Okay, I'm like, yo, son, 'cause I don't do that.
We're gonna play Will It Fit?
So will it fit?
Will it fit?
Okay.
No, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna give away some fabulous prizes.
Okay.
And we're going to play a game called Gay Bar or Steakhouse.
Okay.
It's a very simple game. You want to play 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. So, Rafe over there is going to read you the name of a business.
That's right.
And you tell us if the establishment named is a steakhouse or a gay bar.
That's correct.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to hear these names.
So, Scott, I'm not going to put anybody in there. Go through the phones. Out of 20 establishments, how many will Jay Pharoah get correct?
All right.
Price is Right rules, R.I.P. Bob Barker. Closest without going over wins their choice of prize. We got 3 days Grace Chevelle tickets, Flog Molly tickets, and tickets to go see John Oliver. Before we get the...
That's funny as hell. Come here and giving tickets for John Oliver.
You don't like John Oliver?
No, I love John Oliver. I just think it's funny y'all giving John Oliver tickets.
Can we have some tickets to your show this weekend?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay,
you got to pay for them. Listen, I just read what's on the sheet.
I'm just playing, man. I mean,
I just read what's on the sheet here.
I think we got some. I think we might have some comps. Go ahead.
Hey, if you guys get some comps for Jay Pharoah, fine.
I just don't like when people say that they're going to come and support me. And then they want to be put on the list. That's not support.
Yeah, buying a ticket is
stealing
support.
from me. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, man, hey, dude, last week, I'm not going to say who it is. But somebody last week hit me up, and they were like, trying to come to the special. They were like, hey, man, I would love to support you. Can you put me down for 2? I'm like, man.
You're taking now up a seat where somebody could have paid for you.
You better be the loudest laughing guy out there.
Yeah.
You better be.
You better
no, we got enough of
generous
those.
laugher. Yeah. You know what I hate, dude, is when they hit you up 15 minutes before you go on.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst, too.
You're trying to get in the headspace, and they're like, hey, I'm at the front door.
I'm like,
yeah,
stay there.
And I'm like,
yeah, come get me in. Come walk me in.
Yeah, stay there until the end of the show. I'll come talk to you because we have something going on.
We already have the laughter.
Yeah.
We don't need another person laughing who's not paid.
Exactly. There you go. That's right. Support people. Support your artist.
And if you're in a band, All right, fine. I'll take some free tickets, but I'll buy a T-shirt after. I'd buy a T-shirt after.
Yeah, you buy merch.
I feel that.
See, automatically, look at this trick, freeloading. No, I'm buying a T-shirt. I'm cutting in line at the merch booth.
I'm cutting in line.
Yeah.
But I'm going to buy a T-shirt.
That was part of it. Went to the Jonas Brothers show, free.
Oh, yeah.
And
Shout out to them.
Shout out to the Jonas Brothers.
$500 of merch later, I walked out not feeling guilty about being there for free.
Yeah.
$500.
$500.
Yeah, those guys are struggling.
Good job.
It was
Thank God you
crazy.
got
How much is a sweatshirt?
$75.
Woo, man.
Does it have all three of them on it? It's just like
Mine
one
does.
by.
Oh no, mine does. It's got them all.
If you want Nick, you
How
gotta
many are
get
there? 3?
Yeah, there's 3. Their band was so dope too.
They're amazing.
They're great.
And they're super nice people. So that's what the most important. Okay, all right. Are we playing the game?
Oh, you're ready.
I thought you wanted to play the game.
So waiting for the phone calls.
Oh, okay.
To get all set.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hey, call the radio
Still waiting
station.
for
We're
the
all
phone
set.
calls.
We're all set now. All set.
We got 'em? Okay.
I wanted to get everybody's numbers.
Okay, I got you.
So so out of 20, Tim says you'll get 13. Donnie says you'll get 14. Caleb 10. Charlotte 11. Jason 13. Tim, no confidence, only 4.
Lots of hope
Thanks,
here.
Tim.
All right, here we go. Again, Rafe is going to give you the name of an establishment. You tell us if it is a legit steakhouse or gay bar. Let's go. Your first name.
All right. Anybody who gets it right on the nose, free tickets to all Jay Pharoah shows. Moving
support.
forward.
And all free merch.
To
If I
support
get
him.
'em- If I get them, I'll get those tickets and just sell them.
And $1,000 merch gift cards.
That's how business works.
All right. Jay Pharoah, let's play steakhouse or gay bar. Number 1, Gaskin's Cabin in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Gaskin's Cabin. The hell? Gaskin's Cabin. I'm trying to see how zesty that sounds.
Spicy.
And we got 20 of these, so...
I said me and the boys are heading out to Gaskin's Cabin later. Would you like to join us? Where do you think we'd be headed?
The way you just said it, I think... me and the boys are going to Gaskin's Cabin. If you want to come with that don't sound like that. Okay, I'm gonna say gay bar.
Steakhouse.
Damn, that's one.
I'm just a fan
So
of prime
far,
rib, that's all.
So far, Tim's 4 is looking great. Here we go.
All right. Acropolis in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, that's a gay bar.
Steakhouse.
This is how you can tell I don't know. This is okay. Another one next.
This is how you can tell I don't go to steakhouse.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. There we
vegan.
go.
That's how we know Jay Pharoah was a vegan. Denver Suite in Denver, Colorado.
Jesus. That could be anything. Denver Suite. How's the suite spelled? S-U-I-T-E or is it spelled
Suite? S-W-E-E-T.
That's a gay bar.
All right, on the board. All right.
It's on the board with one. Number 4.
I won.
All right, here we go.
Montana Meat Company in Las Vegas, Nevada.
The Montana Meat Company in
The
Vegas.
Montana Meat Company, when there's already so many steakhouse franchises
Right.
out there.
Lots of meat in Montana.
A lot.
But this is in Vegas.
Oh,
the
this is
Montana
in
Meat
Vegas.
Company in Vegas.
I mean,
That
it would
changes
make
everything.
sense if it was in Montana, but this is in Vegas. The Montana Meat Company sounds like just sweaty country boys together
That's kind of,
dancing.
but could also be a good place to get a ribeye.
Yeah. They got to fly their meat in from somewhere.
I do not like this poker face that you have. It's just the illest. Okay, Montana Meat Company. Damn. But then I could say that they might try to steakhouse.
Correct. It is a
Outstanding.
Excellent. This is the beginning of a comeback.
Yeah, you're batting 500, 2 out of 4.
There we
Jesus.
go. All right.
Number 5, Mark's Place in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Mark's Place in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Mark's Place?
Yeah, we're going to Mark's place.
Wait a minute. I am Mark. I want you to come to my party. I'm Mark. Come here. We have steaks as well.
Oh,
But
hi,
that's-
Mark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, hello. How are you doing? Do you like my steak?
Oh, yes.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark's Place.
Lord, I did not hit it. I did not hit it. Why Mark's Place? That is a God dang it. That's a
Go with your gut.
my gut is to say that it's a gay bar.
You are correct. It is a gay bar.
Outstanding guess.
Outstanding guts.
Whoa.
3 out of 5.
I got a tingle after
That
that.
sounds like hemorrhoid problems.
Yeah.
Outstanding guts.
Speaking of
That's
hemorrhoid
literally what it
problems,
is.
Bebop's downtown in Mobile, Alabama.
Bebop's downtown.
In
Bebop's.
Mobile, Alabama.
Bebop's.
Bebop's.
I feel like they're
Downtown.
so against in Alabama there would be that's a steakhouse. Damn
Gay
it.
bar.
We just had Mark's place in Mississippi.
Bebop's downtown.
Bebop's. Okay.
All right, we're back to 500.
Now it's rebound here, Jay Pharoah.
Rebound time. Pittsburgh Blue in Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Pittsburgh Blue and steakhouse.
You got it.
Wow.
He's
Impressed.
All right.
Number 8, Round the Bend in Ashland, Nebraska.
No, that sounds really suspect.
Round the bend.
Round the bend.
Round the bend.
But they could be saying like round the bend, like, cattle and stuff like that.
Not around the bend. Round the bend.
Round.
Round the
Bend
bend.
in Ashland, Nebraska,
Round the bend.
which is the breadbasket of steak.
That
Right
sounds
in the
like
middle of the country.
that sounds like a steakhouse.
All right, you're back.
Wow.
Steakhouse.
Sounds like a steakhouse.
Listen closely. Number 9,
It's about to be gay. Watch, it's gonna be a gay bar.
Fun Hog Ranch
Oh wow.
in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Woo-wee.
Fun hog.
hog.
Fun hog.
Fun Hog
Hog?
Ranch.
Fun hog.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a.
Is there any
That
other?
sounds pretty village people right there. That sounds, I would say, in the Navy. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Gay
Yeah,
bar.
say
Gay bar, you're
Yes.
correct.
All
Very
right.
good.
back.
Any other type of hog? I think not.
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Let's see.
Got a hitting streak going on here. Maple and Ash in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Maple and ash.
And the and is in one of those kind, the ampersand.
Okay.
Very cute.
Maple and ash. Maple and ash. That sounds like it sounds like you get some dope ass bacon over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it sounds like they serve candied bacon.
Go
I just
with your
don't
gut.
know if they serve candied D.
Go with it.
Steakhouse.
Yes.
Correct. It is a steakhouse. Number
His
11.
new streak is 4. 4 in a
We're on
row.
a 4th Street. Number 11, Trails End in Eustis, Maine.
Jesus. Trails End. Ooh.
In Eustis, Maine.
Eustis, well, they. I know Rhode Island is really there's a lot of suspect going on.
Eustis sounds like the oldest
upstate.
person that lived in my neighborhood.
Eustace.
Like, yeah, Eustace would stand on our porch and yell at us for riding our bikes on the sidewalk.
That was the first. He came out. He was the first one to come out.
Yeah, he was.
Eustace,
It
yeah.
was
Trivia.
Eustace. He was the
Eustace
first
always
one in
had-
Maine. He was like, all right, guys, it's like follow suit. And they were just like, they were like, nah, it's Maine, dog. We gonna chill.
It's Maine, dude. You're the Trails End.
Trails
dude.
End.
Trails End. Jeez, I don't want to get this wrong,
This will be
but
5 in a row. Get it.
if I get it, it'll be 5 in a row.
in a row.
Five in a row.
Sure.
Eustis, Maine. It's so old. I would say steakhouse.
You got it.
Yeah. Woo, man.
You're on it. You're on it.
Heat is on.
8 out of 11.
Oh, man. Killing it. Killing it.
Cal Ripken, Willie Mays level streak. 12, Ringside. One word. Ringside in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Ringside.
Ringside.
Inside.
Ringside.
Top.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ringside. Portland, Oregon. Place called Ringside.
Portland, Oregon has a lot. I know they're known for a lot of food trucks up there. They have a lot of food trucks, but what does that have to do with this? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing.
Can I get the year was established or
No.
no?
No, just got the
Not that
name
many
and
details.
location. Ringside in Portland, Oregon.
Ringside in Portland, Oregon.
Not to be confused with Ringworm,
Right.
Alvarado Elementary School, which was not my fault.
But honestly, you can get ringworm ringside, so with the wrestling.
I feel like you guys just go with your gut, man.
I think
You're
that's
on a
it.
tear.
I think Ringside is a gay bar.
Steakhouse.
The
We
streak
know where your
Streak is
mind
over.
is.
Streak is over.
Streak is over.
Damn.
Hey, it's all good. I can still pull it out. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Let's
8
go.
out of 12.
Let's go.
Number
Let's go.
13, Blush and Blue in Denver, Colorado. Again with an ampersand. Blush
Blush
and
and Blue.
Blue. And Blue is spelled B-L-U.
BLU.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, That
BLU makes a difference.
That seemed kind of zesty right there. That seemed a little finesse with the
sauce
zest.
on it.
I would say gay bar. I would say gay bar.
Yeah.
Downtown Ollie's in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Downtown Ollie's in
OLLY apostrophe S.
OLLY y. Oh, that's
Why not?
That's got to be a. That sounds like It sounds like there was some Starburst sprinkled on. I would say gay bar.
You are correct.
Wow, we're back.
We're back.
All right.
Missy B's in Kansas City, Missouri.
Missy B's.
Missy B's.
Missy B's in Kansas City, Missouri.
MISSIE.
Okay. MISSIE. Oh, wow. Damn. That's another.
That's tough.
That's tough. It's
That's either the gayest bar or the best kitchen.
Missy B's.
Missy B's.
Kansas City.
That's not too far from here, huh?
No, it's about 3 hours, 4 hours.
Have you all ever been?
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about Kansas City barbecue before you walked in.
Oh, wow.
He's
Okay.
talking about, have we ever been to Missy B's?
Steak.
Oh, Missy B's. Oh, what are you saying?
Huh? Have you ever been to Missy B's?
No.
You haven't been there?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
What are you saying it is?
I'm just trying to.
It is
Look for a tell. Go with your gut, man.
It's a steakhouse.
What? Gay bar.
You had it.
Bar.
What?
You had it and you doubted yourself. I saw it happen. Number 16, The Bullet in North Hollywood, California.
Jesus. The Bullet. Oh, I feel like it could be. Oh, it could either be either way. This is Hollywood.
North
man.
Hollywood.
I know. North
Hollywood.
No ho.
Hey, what would Robert Downey Jr. say? Hey, man, it's Hollywood, man. Everybody gets sometimes. Steakhouse. Sometimes steakhouse just change. That's what happens. Hey, I like steak. Yeah.
The Bullet is a?
Hey, man, give me some time. Don't rush it.
He cares about his callers.
Bullet. I've
Bullet.
never heard of that before. I know steakhouses in LA. I know the Bellow. I know Catch. I know all of those. I have never heard of this Bullet place before.
Right.
Research.
Sounds like you've worked it out.
I've seen. This is a gay bar.
Correct, it is.
This is a gay bar.
Wow, way to work that out.
Good job.
Thank you for showing your work.
Yo, man.
Rustic Oak Cabin in Perry, Missouri.
Perry, Missouri. not
Rustic
far
Oak
from here.
Cabin.
Rustic Oak Cabin in Perry, Missouri.
Rustic Oak Cabin.
Another cabin.
You're right. That is a theme. I didn't even notice that.
Mark's cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Rustic cabin.
Did we have a Mark's Cabin already?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
We had a Mark's Place.
Mark's Place.
Oh,
First
We had
cabin.
Mark's Place.
Mark's Place was a gay
No,
bar.
we had Gaskin's Cabin.
Oh, Gaskin's Cabin.
Yeah.
Gaskins was a
Eureka's
gay bar.
was a
That was a
steakhouse.
steakhouse.
It was a steakhouse.
This is the Rustic Oak Cabin.
This is Perry, Missouri.
This is Perry, Missouri.
That's the middle of the Missouri.
This is Perry. This is Perry, Missouri. I've never heard. I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know Paris was in Missouri.
Perry, Perry, Petty.
Oh, I would say that's a. I would say it's a steakhouse.
That's right. It is a steakhouse.
All right, 3 more. What are we at, Moon?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Right
12.
on.
12 correct.
12 with 3 more to go.
crushing it.
Here we go.
12 with 3 to go. The Roundup in Pensacola, Florida.
The Roundup in Pensacola, Florida. Mm-hmm. The Roundup. That sounds like a yeehaw.
Or your round is up.
Oh, man, why would you
yeah.
do that? A double entendre. Why would you bring that Jay-Z way of thinking into this conversation right now? The Roundup in Pensacola, Florida. Now, I know they're really, it's in Florida, though. I don't feel like it would be. Now, I do know in Miami they got a couple of, I know they got swinger clubs out there,
Oh, yeah.
but
How you know that?
no, because I went. I didn't participate. I really went.
Good
and
people
just-
watching.
I went and saw. Like I
it
just
crazy?
It was insane. They got a drinking section for people. I was in the section where you could just stay if you don't want to touch nobody, and there was people dancing trying to touch. I said, "Hey man, I ain't come in for that. I ain't come in for that.
I came here for steak.
I just came in for the. Nah, I just came in for the gin and soda. That's all I came in for. Man. I just want the gin and
Having
soda.
3 cocktail shrimp and I'm leaving.
Hey, stay over there. Stay over there. Nah, but I just wanted to see how it was. Trust me, I ain't doing anything.
Well, that brings us back to the Roundup.
I was too fat for the
Pensacola.
orgy 10 at Burning Man, so I get it.
You were in the orgy tent?
I tried. They wouldn't let me in.
Wow.
The roundup.
They said dome is full.
They said Thunderdome's full today.
Thunderdome's full.
So
no more for the orgy.
I got a corn dog win.
But it's Pensacola, Florida. It's the roundup.
Yeah.
It's Florida, though.
It is. Pensacola.
I'm not sure which direction he's leaning.
I don't know
with
either.
Florida, though.
I just want to get an answer.
It's a beach town.
It's beach town.
So they're probably a little more open out there.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of a lame name.
The roundup.
The roundup. I know this because that sounds like weed killer because it is.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, roundup, son. You got your roundup. Get your dandelions out of here. Roundup. I'm going to say
You know it. 3, 2, 1. Say it.
it's a gay bar.
Yeah.
Killing it. 2 left. Let's get them quick.
Two left. Let's get them quick.
Go
Come
with
on.
your first instinct. Wildwood in Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Wildwood?
One word. Wildwood in
Wildwood.
Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Oh, it's Massachusetts though. They
love their meat.
they
They love their meat and their Dunkin'. They love dunking the meat.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Go with your gut, Jay Farrell. 3, 2, 1.
I say gay bar. You
Okay,
keep
comes
telling
down-
me to go with my gut.
It comes
That's right.
down
You
to
were
this
right.
last one.
'Cause
Moon,
your
what are
gut
we
is
at?
all that's important.
We're currently at 13.
All right, 13. Here's the
Oh
deal.
Jesus.
Here's the deal.
14. Somebody
Here's the
wins.
deal. If you get this wrong, Tim and Jason win. If you get this right, congratulations, Donnie.
Okay. A lot on the line here. Final answer. Gus and George's in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh, I'm from Virginia Beach. I've never heard of that place. Gus, what's the name of it?
Gus and George's.
Gus and George's?
In Virginia Beach, Virginia. Where you're from, and this is why this is our last
big.
one.
I'm from, but I don't go to, I wouldn't know because I go to Roof Chris, baby. I know about Roof Chris, but Gus's,
Gus and George's.
Gus and George's, dog, that's gotta be a
Is that a-
steakhouse.
It's a steakhouse. We did it.
Starts
14
off
out of
terribly,
20.
gets
Well
a
done.
14
We did it.
out of
Thank you.
20. That is
That was a good guess That was not easy. Uh-oh. What happened?
You did well, Jay.
Hey.
You did.
You did very well,
That
Jay
was
Farrell.
impressive.
Hey, but, you know, we were talking about...
Anytime
02.
there's a Gus's, I know Gus's barbecue. There's Gus's everywhere. Like
Yeah.
Gus is a barbecue name, but
Gus is they sell meat
yeah,
at Gus's.
Yeah.
Anything Gus's. It's chicken.
they don't take it;
or
they sell
barbecue.
it.
That's right.
when you go from city to city, are there certain, like, places you look forward to visiting as far as food goes?
Actually, I was really looking forward to coming back to St. Louis because I mean, y'all have some of the best food I've tasted. Like meat with bacon wrapped meatloaf
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
last. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
No, we do it up here, but I bring it up because, I mean, you look like you're in incredible shape.
Yeah, well, you know, I got in shape for the special, and I'm gonna keep this going, you know, because I like the way it feels. But
Well, you lost 20 pounds in 21 days, and that was a big story, I guess, when you...
Oh, my God.
that wasn't healthy though.
At the beginning of the year, it was
Yeah.
a big story.
Yeah,
So,
Did you intend to?
yeah.
20
I was
pounds in
trying to.
21 days.
How did you do that?
I was running 6-7 miles a day.
Wow.
Oh, my
How many
goodness.
calories a day?
I don't know how many that is. It had to be.
I mean, how much were you eating?
I wasn't. I
Who are you
cut
running
it
from?
half.
Who are you running from?
Oh, always 12.
Ourselves. That's how
12.
we became
12,
comedians to begin with.
Yeah. No, I had let myself go over the holiday and everything was like fitting tight and I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It just really started fitting tight. Like I really started showing that you could really see the definition of the booty. I was like, yeah, I gotta get rid of this. Nah, Felice Johnson is loose. I can't do this.
So that was your mission, was I gotta lose some tonnage.
I gotta lose some tonnage. It's just the lower like yo, if I don't run, I start looking like Kris Jenner's man. You know, you seen him, Corey? What's his name? Corey Gamble.
Corey, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
I've just known him as Corey.
Corey. You seen his hips?
You gained it all in the hips.
It's all down there. Yeah, I blame them because I had soy milk when I was a kid. I couldn't hit the breast milk. My mother
Nice
was
milk. Yep.
giving me soy milk, so I think that's caused even my chest. Even though I got a nice goddamn chest, But I'm saying, if I don't work it, boy, I start looking like Meg Thee Stallion, and it's crazy. Start looking like a hot girl out this joint. I got catcalled by another man during the pandemic. That's why I knew I had to lose weight.
Oh.
So just running. So it's 6 miles a day.
Running. Yeah.
7 days a week?
Yep. Well, I was doing it 6 times a week. I was taking 1 day off.
And of course, I'm watching what you eat.
Of course. Yeah, I was drinking nothing. I was like drinking water.
So no alcohol, nothing?
No alcohol, nothing. And the way I got physically fit this time, it happened over 2.5 months. I made sure I ate all the healthy things and lifting. I was just like heavily lifting. Like now,
daily?
Yeah. 5 times a week, brother. 5 times a week.
Is that
5
him?
times a week. 2.
No, that was
Get
Corey
a trainer?
Gamble.
Did you go all in?
Yeah, look. Yeah, nah. Get his hips. Nah, he's covering them. Get another picture.
I can tell.
You see it?
Good.
Corey
It
Gamble
looks like he put
hips.
2 people together.
Those pants look great on him. It's certain things
And that's who Kris
you
Jenner
have to wear. Kris Jenner, she. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, I met Kris Jenner. Yo, I would definitely do it. I ain't even I would definitely do it.
Are you
I ain't even
attracted
gonna
to the
lie.
power?
She's fun.
Nah, it's just it was something. Yeah, it was something about her. She was like, let's take a picture of Kanye. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be Kanye for it. I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I
Be
do
careful,
that.
though, man.
You know them older women over 45. They got a lingerie closet. They got them robes with the feathers.
Kimonos.
They got the shoes with the feathers, and they got that long cigarette with the like Cruella de Vil. That's what I like. Wait, hold up. He's looking a lot better.
He don't look
Great.
bad.
He looks great.
I've never noticed his hips, and I watched
Until
that show
now.
religiously.
Until
and now I'm going
now.
to point it out.
Yep. He's definitely been sucked. He's been sucked.
Damn.
He's been lipo sucked. She was like, you can't walk around with hips bigger
Oh,
than
look
mine.
at that. See that? When
Yeah,
he's
there
on
they
the
go.
boat there.
They're
There it
a
is.
booty.
He's got a tush.
There it
Terrible
is.
pants.
They are, but he's got a terrible bottom half.
I don't know who this man
He
is.
looks fantastic in these photos.
He looks great in maternity wear. He looks great.
Oh my God.
Great in maternity wear. Corey Gamble. I knew his
You
name
knew
was
it.
Corey Gamble.
Didn't know his last name this whole
Look,
time.
Corey Gamble,
Wait.
gay bar or steakhouse.
Well, I typed in Corey Gamble hips. That's definitely a
You typed in hips and that's what came up.
steakhouse. Yeah.
Type his hips in from like 20. Wait, they were
Corey
bigger.
Gamble,
2020.
2018.
Pre-Kardashian
2020.
hips.
2020.
Oh, it's the same pictures? These are old. Look.
Yeah.
Look, they're so powerful. She got all of the back. That one, there it is.
Big ass.
There it is.
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
And this one. And this one right here.
I see him.
And this was your motivation.
That was my motivation.
Look at the passion.
Well, no, there's this guy that's loose. His name is Fleece Johnson. Yo, look up Fleece Johnson. This guy is called the Booty Warrior. Like, he likes butts, like man's butts. So I was like, I gotta get rid of mine.
Fleece Johnson.
Fleece Johnson.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh no.
Who's this guy?
Booty in
Dang.
Kentucky State
How
Penitentiary.
he holds that cig.
The booty warrior.
The booty warrior.
What is that?
I have no
Well, we
He
watched
idea.
said,
Go down
well,
this rabbit
all
hole
these
today.
men are locked up and we have sexual desires. So what is they to do? You won't let them have a woman. So somebody going to have to give us some booty. And it's that simple. I like booty.
What is this show? What is this?
Dang, they even got a cartoon for
He's
you.
got-
What is show? What show is this?
That's Boondocks.
That's MSNBC.
That's look, and now his
made it
whole
on the
explanation. His whole explanation was when he did the MSNBC interview where they parodied it on the Boondocks. He said that they told him to scare the youth, like really scare them.
Oh,
So
okay.
he played it up. So he was like,
If you come up in here, somebody going to be up in your butt.
and it's that simple. Like any teenager that hears that was like, well, I don't
Straight and
I
narrow.
don't want that.
Right.
You know, unless it was Saucy Santana, he would be like, oh yes. But
Fleece
anybody-
Johnson.
But Fleece Johnson is, yo, I'm telling you, bro, he's the booty warrior.
The booty warrior. What
Wow.
And now, yo, they even took his teeth out. You know he has teeth right there?
Yeah.
They took his teeth out because they deemed them dangerous. They're weapons. Because every time he would get in a fight, he would bite somebody. And he would bite a chunk, and then he would swallow whatever he bit off. Like, if he bit your nose off, he would swallow.
No chance for reattachment.
He would dump it out. Yeah.
Wow.
So now he ain't got no teeth and he's free. And now he's got a YouTube channel. He's killing. He's funny.
I hope he's doing well.
He's getting his fans. You could be today anybody could be a celebrity.
I'm actually opening for Fleece Johnson.
Look at him now.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
He might try to take something from
the Chuckle Shack. At the Chuckle Shack.
Man, listen, man, he sound just like this. I went to Kentucky State Penitentiary, and it was booty. And it was good.
And it's everywhere.
And booty is ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
What are you in for? Why are you here?
I don't know. I just like booty.
I'm just here for the booty.
You find out he got released 3 years ago and just stuck around.
Man.
I can't tell you why I'm here, but I can tell you why I'm staying.
They playing it, but they not playing. Okay, you're not going to listen? Okay, cool. Whatever. All right, cool.
Oh,
That's him.
3 million views. Holy smokes.
Yo, he's known. Y'all better
give me a little audio here.
Y'all better get on. You better get.
One place. All of them get hard.
All of them get
All of
horny.
them got sexual desire.
So what is they to do?
You gonna let them
Have a woman.
They gonna have each. Somebody's gonna have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
That's the booty warrior. I never.
It's this guy.
Man.
His obsession with booty. This is the way that the white
He's got
dude
a huge
explained
head.
it.
Man.
And he used to rip sinks out of he caused $200 million in damage.
What?
For the Kentucky State Penitentiary.
Booty?
Wow.
What?
The booty warrior?
Yeah.
Did he bring the whole thing down?
He was ripping sinks out of the wall.
Those are expensive sinks.
That's how the hell do you rip a sink out of a wall?
Well,
when you
sinks are
haven't
regular
had
sinks.
when you haven't had the booty.
With your booty.
That's some strength
You get
right there.
super-
Shoot.
super
maybe I should just be abstinent for a year and then go to the Olympics. I bet you
Pent up sexual aggression.
I can lift the Tower of Pisa with one finger. He's like, why is he so strong? Oh, he's deprived. He didn't have any
Yeah.
booty.
It is motivation.
So, Fleece Johnson.
Hey, give it up.
Give it up for the booty warrior. Wow. He's a funny dude, and I hope he. Let's not highlight. I don't want to come after me.
See Booty Johnson at Jay Pharoah Show.
Hey man, you see no damn Booty
He's
Johnson.
asking for free tickets.
Hey, man. If Fleece wanted tickets to the show, I'd be like, yeah, man. All right. I'm like, security, watch this man. Run up on stage.
Don't let him near a sink.
Don't let him near a sink. Keep him out of the green room.
Yeah.
All right, see Jay Pharoah tonight, 7:30 at Helium. Tomorrow, 7:30 and 10 o'clock. Sunday, 7 o'clock. Scott, if you would, please, being that Jay Pharoah is a second timer,
Yes.
you get the official Rizz Show second timers certificate.
Thank you. Is it something I really get something?
Oh, yeah.
It's physical?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I got to put this in my carry-on.
Highest quality standards.
Yeah, this is the best. Right here. There you
Best
go.
thing ever.
Wow.
There's an official
Holy
Second time.
second Schnikes.
Wow.
There it is.
This is so dope.
What an honor.
Thank you.
That's an exclusive club.
I would like to thank
Yeah.
Fleece Johnson,
Carl Lewis.
Chingy, Ludacris. Ludacris talks like that. Luda, and also Nelly. Why the Ludacris? Ludacris is not from here.
He's not from here.
Nelly. I would like to give it up for Nelly, and I would like to say
Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee.
yeah.
Oh wow, we forgot. Everybody forgets Murphy Lee.
I know. I don't forget about him.
Yeah, he's out here.
He's
hey man,
out
shout
here
out to Murphy
hanging
Lee,
out.
man. Look, it ain't
What's the
easy.
hook gonna be?
It ain't. I don't need no effing hook on this beat. All I need is a track in the background. Yeah. Name another one.
I got.
All right.
Although I've partied with him many times, and he is a lovely gentleman.
I know. I
badass dude.
like Murphy Lee. I like Murphy Lee, Nelly. I hope Nelly puts a ring on Ashanti because.
Hey, let's give it up for all the St. Lunatics. Come
Air
on.
Force
give it up
Ones.
for all the
Technically,
St.
he was on Air
Lunatics.
Force Ones.
Let's give it up for David Lee Roth, too.
Let's give it up for David Lee Roth. Right? Is that the gerbil man?
No.
Don't disperse the name of David Lee Roth. He's not the gerbil man.
Okay, I didn't know. I was like,
Richard
who?
Gere's the gerbil man.
It's hard to mix them up.
That was a rumor from Stallone.
I just don't want. That's so dangerous. What if the
Let's give it up for gerbils, too.
what if the gerbil gets hungry?
What a show today. Wow.
What if he chews it and
Yeah.
tests it?
I know.
No.
He's running free range in your body and he's swimming.
No. Yep. Jay, we love you. Thanks for coming in. We
Thank
got to
you.
take one final break. We'll come back and wrap it up. See him at Helium Comedy Club tonight. And if you would please sign our mannequin, that'd be
Absolutely.
that'd be wonderful. There is the great Jay Pharoah.
It's a mannequin. It's not a sex doll. Okay, cool. I'll sign.
We'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up.
I'll sign.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. All right, a couple things to tell you about. Number one, see Rafe at the Hot Shots in Fenton today from 5 to 7. Last chance to sign up in person to become part of the Pork Steak Army.
Correct.
So download those applications and bring them with you. Thing number two, we announced the formation of Team Rizz in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton at this year's Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk Saturday, September 30th, out there in Tower Grove. So sign up, 1057thepoint.com. Sign up by Monday, September 18th. Raise a minimum of $50, and you get an exclusive Team Rizz premium T-shirt. Thanks to our sponsors, SSM Health and Moritz Royce Jewelry. Tickets for our Halloween Bash over at Ballpark Village. That's on sale now. Pre-sale going till 11:55 a.m. And you can get a discount on tickets there. Oh, p.m.?
Yep.
All day today until 11:55 p.m. Thank you, Lern. Tickets for Punk Rock Christmas on sale.
That's right. Punk Rock Christmas up on the Points website or the Pageant website. It's happening December 9th. The next stop up for the Teenage Dirtbags is Oxfest, Washington Fairgrounds out in Washington, Missouri. That's September 16th. We're playing during the day. That's going to be a super fun party. And that's all I got.
All right. Go see Rafe at Funny Bone?
Yes, tickets 28th to the 30th of September, culminating on my birthday on the 30th. Get tickets. I want to sell it out. Going to have a lot of special little treats for everybody for the weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Lern, are we plugging anything?
Lern Verse Radio on all the socials. Next, Lee Narrow show is going to be at Copper Fire on October 21st.
They're awesome.
Scott.
Yeah, my band, the 2SG, we have a huge concert announcement. I mean, the biggest concert announcement of the year coming up pretty soon. So I can reveal the dates. It's going to be massive. You guys don't want to miss it.
Okay.
Tickets are going to go fast.
It's pretty wild.
Is Pantera dropping off the Metallica show?
Yeah, man. Feels like Screw James Hetfield.
Sorry, Taylor. We're going to smoke this.
All right, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, St. Peter's, your summer barbecue headquarters, Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. Everything we covered on the show today. Jay Pharoah made his return. He collected his second-timer certificate and was shot out of the cannon. He played Gay Bar or Steakhouse. We have Rizz News, sports, crap on celebrities, and, of course, Friday Fails. All for you up on the blog. A study found that hospitalizations for foreign objects in people's are on the rise.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's an epidemic.
And another drug dealer called police to report a burglary, and he forgot he invited the cops in, and they saw all of his drugs. Real good. And a guy walked off with money that was just left outside of a bank and said, finders, keepers. See how that went. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The podcast title today is See Booty Johnson with Jay Pharoah.
All right. If that's it, then we're done. Have a great long weekend.
You too.
Be safe. Relax if you could. And maybe see you out at Shinedown on Sunday. Cute. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, brought to you by Hot Shots, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Whitehall, Illinois, Travis Driver is our Team Rizz member today, and he wants to hear this song. Here it is, and we will see you on Tuesday. Goodbye.
Energy up!
I have no catch.
Всем привет, с вами Иван Барбаросов.